อุ้ยโอ้เชียแบนเชียเหนือมนุษย์นะบอกเลย
Either way, as you'll notice, we do have the UI back, so thank you to our admins for getting that fixed. Is Ban again here on the jet, pushing forward, does manage to find one, skirts away with 12 HP. Managed to make that exit nice and easy as Munchkin on the opposite side, finding a kill of his own with the Sheriff. Meteor will be able to push forward, takes him down. Ban now out of the fight, and Munchkin swarmed. We find ourselves now in a 3v3 as T1 get in a position to try to go for this retake. It's an all three-man approach through B main.
Yo ของครบครับเซต้าวันนี้โปรดักชั่นแปลกๆเอ้ย UI กลับมาแล้วนี่ไงเฟี้ยวอยู่นะคู่แรกไม่มีเลยนี่ตลอดงานปะตลอดคู่แรกและเนียนครับเมเทโออุ้ย
He will be able to find one. Blast pack out, trying to get the safety. Side player.
แล้วโซโล่ครับเซต้าโดนไปอ่อนระเบิดแดกเข้าไป
1v2. Pain shells goes his way. He's got to jump off the spike. Shot through the box. Meteor gets him, and that is going to be Genji finding the first round. The pistol is theirs.
เจนจีกลับมาแล้ว
Clinton was talking about it. This is that condition set for Genji, and you know, players like Meteor need to step up, and at the same time,
ไอ้เจนจีกับ T1 นี่มันหวดกันตั้งแต่ไอ้นี่เลยปะเนี่ย LL เนี่ยแม่งก็ยังมาหวดกันต่อที่วาโลต่อเฮ้ยลุกเลยเหรอแม่งลุกแล้วแม่งเป็นเหมือนคู่แข่งอ่ะโอ้เมเตโอจะมีอันติแล้วครับ
Trying to catch King here. Puts a little bit of damage down on him, and Munchkin as well. Very much going to suffer the same fate. Can't quite get some damage down to force him to buy some new armor going into the next one.
T1 เหนือกว่า
Does leave side player all on his lonesome with the Marshall in hand. This is his standard buy, so I think Genji very well aware.
SKT.
No matter what,
T1
that next round with the Marshall at least. We'll start working his way over, but footsteps may have just been heard there by Eco. Pinch out the ready. Scope in a little bit delayed. Swing out on the opposite side, and he can't quite line up the headshot. So it will be a flawless follow-up here in the anti-Eco from Genji.
Sort of aim punched a little bit, but still, this is such a decisive push from Genji. Something that we want to see more of, right? Just blast packing onto Dish that way, covered by the fault line. They ensure those two frags. It's a great start, and hopefully Genji gets to keep up with this momentum. Meanwhile, for T1, I mean, again, they're kind of being read. This was their map.
เชียเลสเมียนติโบนัสลาวไอ้สัตว์กูว่า T1 โดนว่ะT1 น่าจะโดนว่ะ
True. Van looking to push the pace. Dashing down in towards tree. Some shots flying. How do you feel about it? Round 3. Showstopper, but side player out of it. Catches him in the head mid-air, shuts it down, gets rid of that early.
Oh, wow. Ban, yet
Eco before the smoke comes down from the sky.
Oh.
Spike on the floor. TS finds one, brings us back into a fairly winnable position, given that Zeta is at 10 HP. Swing around the back, no Munchkin.
Will
come up with that elimination. That leaves King now.
Munchkin ใจเย็น Munchkin
with the Sheriff, since he knows he's going to be at range, but Munchkin still gets the Vandal headshot, so that will be the bonus going the way of T1.
Just needing to see that replay from Saya player as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
great shutdown.
That's how you want to play it, right?
เดี๋ยวก่อนแต่เมื่อคืนแพ้โอ้เมื่อคืนนี้รอบชิงลีกเหรอ
Shooting him out of the air. 1-2 T1 slowly starting to recover.
ตังเกตงต้าล่วง
He did. Meteor was going down on the dip. Does suffer his first death. That's going to put him at 5-1, I do believe. All right, it's a good stabilization here from the side of T1, losing out on 2 weapons. Still not ideal, but definitely not catastrophic.
เชี่ยพลิกกันดันครับถือว่าเฉียบอยู่ลักไก่เล่นจังหวะแรกครับคอนแทคเดินออกไปไม่ใช้สกิลที่เผลอ3 2 1เจอเฮ้ยมึงหันไปไหนคาเป้ไอ้เหี้ยคาเป้มันว้าย
impressive aerial acrobatics. This guy just goes for that jump.
อะไรวะเนี่ย
swap weapons. He lands the final shot.
ไอ้
Now
เหี้ย
breaking.
ไอ้เหี้ยคาเป้แกหันกลับนึกว่าเพื่อนโดนอาร์เคดยิง
What happened? You know, we were talking about it. The first two
ไอ้เหี้ย ไอ้นี่มันยังยืนอยู่ดูอยู่อาร์เคดมันหันไปนู่น
They went for kind of set plays just to take map
เอาไอ้
control.
เป้กลับโอ้วัดเดียววะ
A little bit slowed down, and T1 exploited that. They pushed out, and they got them all.
Munchkin now just 2 away from the lockdown, currently at the top of the standings. Blazing trails here for his
ทีวันแล
squad.
ดูยิงคมกว่านะ
See if he can get that online.
มั่นใจ
Is over by Dish.
โอ้เจนจีแม่งเหมือนติด
Gen G
เคิร์ดอะ
players hovering on the north side of
โอ้
the map.
โห
Here,
คมนี่หว่า
Tusk
เพื่อ
get
น
an instant headshot across on the
เอ้ย
Zeta. The IGL out of the round. Meantime, the
เม็ด
rest of
เดียว
the
ฮะ
team do start, or continue rather, inching forward here into a main, where the Elijah, the KJ setup is going to be ready to greet them.
เป้บอกเกมตายใครจะเล่นอ้าวตายแล้วเหรอ
Right around the corner.
โอ้วันยังไม่ตาย ยังมีทีมชาติอยู่เลย
Confirms the information.
จะรีบตายไปไหนไทยจะได้ไปอเมริกากันนะ
Far enough around the back there. Not going to get tagged. Paint shells. Thinking about which piece of util he wants to use.
Okay. Carpe does block it off.
All command as well. Not going to be, rather, the 0 point, not going to be hitting Munchkin. So Nano gets used. Alarm bot still set. Paint shells going deep, but he's already got himself down onto the side properly.
Okay.
โรเท
I
ต
mean,
ยับ
Gen G, with these slow approaches, what they're really doing is to bait out that utility, bait out the information. But now,
Oh, man, take it down. That could be a weapon recovered now.
30 seconds left.
No one in position to try to cover for that. 3 members left. Carpe does manage to find one, spots another. It's King. God dead, taken out. Carpe. Triple for him. He kind of heard the weapon pick up there.
หวัดดีครับ
Last pack forward. Saya player going to be able to take one. Carpe will get the 4th as Munchkin falls. 2 members left standing. T1 take the lead.
Carpe is sharp today. Playing
Looks
those
like the
3
ace.
shots still. Yes. Having the ultimates available to them now, T1 stands a chance at finding that momentum, that lead.
Bit of an ill-advised re-swing there from the side of Zeta. Spotting Meteor, but still going back in to set up for that headshot. Other way though, Carpe, huge anchor on the site. Now,
กลับมาโดน
2 very large ultimates available for the side of T1. See if they're
ใช่เหรอเป้บ้าเลยเหรอ
around.
Still a little bit interested.
Oh, guess TP's into
อุ้ย
spawn.
ไอ้เชี่ยวาร์ปคุยแล้ววะน่ะโอเมน
Really, they must be aware, seeing the dark cover. Pinched in position, but still, Gen G make their round to the site. Munchkin.
Right there.
Spike planted.
Okay, orbital strike does come down. God dead. Killed as he tries to exit out of it. Shorty at the ready. Shows up around the corner. Does go over towards the corpse.
อุ้ยยัดแม่คมอีโก้
Stupid Eco answers back. Rolling Thunder now cuts across, stunning him up here in A main. Zeta hearing this wants to go for the push. That shot needs a hit.
ไอ้เชี่ยเวียนหัวยิงตาย
Eco able to find the kill, and now he's got a Rolling Thunder of his own. A 1v1 versus Saya.
Oh, that's not
เอา
good.
ปล่อยเสียง เอาปล่อยเสียง เอา
The fault line. Getting ready to push. He manages to pivot actually.
อุ้ย
Does get the
อันติ
stun
ไหม
across onto the raise.
อันติชนะเลยนะ
Dwindling Saya.
ไม่อันติเหรอ
Push, but Eco
อุ้ย
will steady it, finds the
Ano
shot,
ba yan?
holds
Look
on to
at
the
it.
ult, and keeps Gen G neck and neck.
EKO. I mean, that's just one way to play with it, right? It's smart positioning.
อันนี้มัน
smart
ไม่ค่อยได้ลง
position
ปะเนี่ยไอ้เหี้ย
utility.
EKO อะไร
Like
เนี่ย
you mentioned,
ไม่ค่อย
Achilles,
คุ้นชื่อมันเลยวะ
pivoting away and saving that ultimate as well.
อู้
T1
เซตา
tried to go with the coordinate to execute, but Gen G, because of Eco's, I mean, sharp shooting still. I mean, let's face it, right? Despite being concussed, despite
ยืนเนี้ยยืนเนี้ยยืนเหรอยืนเหรอ
was able to recover. And that's
ยืน
the
มันยืน
skill
ไหน
we're
หนุ่ม
looking for. Now Gen G has 3 ultimates to play with.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
อันนี้จี้มึงดีนี่หว่า
Does hold
EKO
on to that Rolling Thunder. It's 3 expended from the side of T1. Orbital strike, the Rolling Thunder, as well as the Showstopper, all used to try to win out that
แต่
round.
มันหัน
They
ทำ
fall
ไม
shy
วะ
of the
เมื่อกี้
mark.
มันแอบเบอร์อยู่นะ
Look forward
ช็อต
though.
ที่หัน
Zaya player just taking a nice cheeky bat.
มันลบอยู่นะ มันลบอยู่นะ
Nothing
ตื่น
more
เต้น
than
อยู่
Eco
ตื่น
could
เต้น
do
อยู่
there.
ครับไม่ค่อยได้ลงครับ
King now gone. Ban, however, looking.
เอ้าไอ้บ้าน
Cage control, but
มึงเดินมาทำอะไรก่อนตรงเนี้ย
the underpass and TS makes quick work of him.
Well, interestingly enough, Munchkin up by tower with a judge.
Turns away from the flash and will be able to find one. Do they continue to push into him? The answer is yes. Goddead going on the chase.
เฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยไฟลนดาบ
Ticks of that aftershock.
ปากแม่งเลยสัตว์มาดิ
Gets used
เวลา
outside the tower.
Rolling Thunder spent as well. Eco still holding on to his. Not needed.
It's a quick adjustment.
Oh!
Okay. Munchkin cannot find the kill with 2 players left standing. Gen G will once again take the lead for themselves.
โคตรนัวโคตรนัวโคตรนัวโคตรมั่วโคตรเสง
That was spent by Eco. The way that they just fought back straight into T1,
อันตีดีฮะอันตีดี
discourage them from their current positions. I think the way that T1 are playing this, the early round aggression is something that Gen G are starting to adapt to, and that's why, especially around the B side, this one area up by the tunnel is something that
ผมนี่ว่า
players like TS are looking to
เฮ้ย
exploit.
พี่แบนกูไม่มาเลยดิ จะดันอีกแล้วจะดันอีกแล้ว
Now gone. Once again, looking to push the tempo. Same as happening over the opposite side of the map here is Gen G.
เต็มเบ้าเลย
Their way into A main. Knife is not going to find anything, and Munchkin's just hightailing it away. Wants to check that north side.
อุ้ยเฮียดันเร็วจัด
And now can focus back.
เอาแล้วโอ้แต่ TS มามองครับ
Destroyed. Oh, instant headshot takes out TS.
โอ้
Step in the right direction to try to pull off a thrifty as
โอ้
come in. Third one's the charm.
เอาโดนอีโคเอา
Even with this pit, T1.
จะโดนอีโคเอานะ
They bring this into somewhat of a winnable position with Eco down to 20 HP.
In this spot now, you have to figure out where your opponents could be positioned.
อุ้ยก็เดทโอ้ยเฮียก็เดทยิงตายหาเรียบ
Leaves just Zeta.
เอาหมดทีม
Recover to try to find some damage. This point round no longer really winnable. Just looking to see if you could take some more guns out of the enemy's hands here.
Reading it right.
Last second push, and okay, we'll be able to get one more. 3 on the floor.
ตัดปืนคุ้มครับ เพราะว่าฝั่ง T1 เขาอีโคมา
and that's going to draw out of timeout. Autumn not liking what
ยังไง
he's
เรา
seeing.
หน้าก็มีปืน
Wants to pump the brakes.
Now I'm
แต่ตัด
starting to
สัก
wonder.
2กำลังดี 1 ไม่พอ
You might be onto something. Could this be Gen G's return to form, right? With the way that they're playing so far, even on this
แฟดยัง
one,
แจ่ม
just a decisive hit back towards the A site. Viper's
ยัง
pit
แจ่ม
set up. They had everything going right for them. And it's just that much more of a tough situation for T1 to retake from. The Viper's pit and GodDead's sharp accuracy from the site itself. T1, despite Ban getting that heads-up duel with the blades, not quite able to find any more space. So the timeout from Autumn. I mean, how do you work around this? So far, the aggressive hits not quite working out too well. It just signals to Gen G that, all right, the other side is less reinforced. We can rush and take this. Meanwhile, if you play too passive, you know, you are going with that double duelist setup.
Sure. Lends itself to want to push the aggression, but not everybody at the end of the day can beat Paper X.
Especially on a map like Fracture, too.
But it has widely been working a treat for the side of T1 when it does come through. Ban, you know, Paper Thin was talking about it quite a bit. You could see just a standard or very steady upward trajectory in his jet performances, map over map for every single time that they played Fracture, but this is definitely off to a rockier start compared to some of the past performances. See if he's going to be able to level that one up, especially once they do pivot eventually over towards the attack side.
Does have the operator now. Watching towards bench.
สวัสดีครับน้อง Meditation
Full blind across. Won't be able to cut Meteor's entry in half. Swing out for Munchkin. Good for one. Looks for a
ค
second.
มนะ มัน
Quite
ขิ้น
get it
ดอก
done.
นี้ให้คมอยู่
Puts a little bit of damage down onto King this time. Very much taking note of
โอ้ย
that under
ตายแล้วไอ้
pass,
สั
but
ตว์
is he ready for the push? The answer is yes. Finds one. And into the smoke he goes. Shorty. Shot's not going to be able to come across. TS finds him. Leaves just he and Eco now. Left alive to try to defend the site versus 3.
เฮ้ย
TP up on top of Gen.
เชี่ย TS
Does he read this at all?
I mean, there's noise. T1 kind of anticipating it.
เอ้า
Down, and that's not the weapon you want for that.
Too far.
Maybe expecting somebody a little bit closer.
ไอ้เหี้ยกระโดดมาระยะไกลช็อตตี้ยิงไม่ตาย
They'll hand that.
ดีเว้ย
Getting another orbital strike online. T1.
มันก็ผ่อนคลายนี่ไอ้พวกนี้นี่
For them.
กระโดดมา TS บอกโอ้ยเหี้ยไกลไปว่ะเพื่อนยิงนัดเดียวแล้วก็เปลี่ยนปืนแต่ไม่ทันละ
It's just a classic hold. Aided by Van's operator. Thankfully, at least for this round, nobody was pushing up by Arcade. So happy.
ไอ้เหี้ยคาเป้เหวออยู่นะบอกเฮ้ยอะไรอ่ะ
ban might have been deleted. But at the same time, playing up by tower, Genji not quite able to
เวอร์เลยแต่ถ้าฮากว่าคาเป้ยิงไม่โดนแล้วเขาควักปืนมายิงตายนี่รั่วเลยนะรั่วเลยนะ
Look back at their strategy.
ยอมแพ้ได้เลย
Back to a bit of default hold up by Dish. The alarm bot could
สูสีป่ะไอ้เชี่ยทีวันหรือเจนจีวะว่าเจนจีมันเหมือนฝันร้ายอ่ะ 4-0 แล้วก็โดน5ราวติด
Not gonna find much damage.
เหมือนกลับมาแล้วเจนจีเหมือนเริ่มกลับมาครับ
The only one really getting tagged by it, so really
เหมือนหลับ
aggressive play
หลับ
from
เพิ่งตื่น
Carpe, but while not reinforced by anything like a fault line to catch them, can't keep them locked into the beam. Now, Rolling Thunder goes across, not gonna catch anybody on the site, but Munchkin now in a bad position. They go ahead, they paranoia him out back over here in A main. Push coming through, tries to win the fight. King able to flush him out, pop flash, into the face of
อ้าวโห
gonna hold down
ไอ้เป้บอดแต่ได้
kill as the plant comes in.
อะไรก่อนเป้
Plant. Man looking to open the door, sends out the cloud burst.
เป้ทำได้ไง
Spotting too much of anything here. Zeta reading it's going to be a deeper lurk. Sends a fault line over towards TS and it works a treat. They managed to flush King out.
อุ้ยเป้มาจัด
Now finds
โอ้ย
meeting. Zaya gets
เฮีย
eco.
เป้เก่งจัด
It's just the IGL, the captain, Genji, to try to keep them in this round. But versus 4, I don't think there's really much of anything that he could do.
อุ้ย
That's one. The kill there. Carpe down to a sliver, but Van will swing out. Finds the kill. The defuse will come in. And that is going to be T1 tying it back up now 5-5.
Simple trades. And the gunfights favor T1 in this instance. Looking at the retake, the way that they just
ดี
pushed
เขาบุญ
out
รหัสทวิตโดนแฮกเอากลับมาได้อ้าวไปกดลิงก์ซีซัวดิเราอ่ะใช่ไหมล่ะ
time. Carpe staying
นี่ครับ
alive.
อาบูมรหัสทวิตโดนแฮกเพิ่งเอากลับมาได้
ยินดีด้วยครับยินดีด้วยครับ
Orbital strike
เดี๋ยว
usage.
ไปกดลิงก์ซีซัวครับ
Spending it meant that Genji could have gone in for an open side take, and that's exactly what they did. They spent their ultimates at the same time, leaving them a little bit more vulnerable for T1 just to take them down. 5-5. And here we got Bile timeout.
Yeah, it felt like maybe a little bit slow in the comms as far as what they wanted to do there. Because again, if you have that,
พี่ไปนั่งดูช่องไอ้หลัง
that cuts across,
ไอ้เหี้ย
stun a couple people,
มีแต่พวก
orbital
สแกมเมอร์
locks them in. Maybe you find a kill, if not, a significant amount of damage dealt to the opponents. But it was just not really fully there between the two. So I can understand what they're going for. It does look a bit silly.
แม่งซิปมาลัว
Somebody's a Meteor fan.
Yeah, without a doubt, your entire sign is
ๆยังไม่
covered.
ทันได้พิมพ์คุยเลยแม่งมาแล้ว
But he said, I want to see you in Tokyo.
He is one of those players that really wants to go to Tokyo too.
แม่งน่ากลัวเว้ย คือบางทีอ่ะ
Last year,
มันมีคนติดต่องานผ่านอินบ็อกซ์ทวิตไง พี่ก็ต้องกดเข้าไปดู กลัวตัวเองแม่งวันใดวันหนึ่งกดพลาดขึ้นมาอะไรเงี้ย
as Meteor, I mean, he started off hot. You think back, third round coming in was 5-0, had that showstopper.
ต้องไม่มีอะไรทำมั้ง
Of 1 kill so far, but plus 8 deaths in the meantime. Can he get back into that groove? Goddead is the one to typically assist him in doing so. As
Deep.
the push, and
อ๋อไม่ใช่ไอ้ยี่
will
นั่นก็
get
บอก
the
เล็ก
body shot across.
ไอ้ยี่นั่นก็บอกเล็กไปหน่อยเทโอ
His gun packs
Oi.
a little bit more of a punch.
ชิวเลยน้องวิว
Very much so.
Oh.
And he's swinging it well. Now getting information up by Tree as well. It's not eating that. Munchkin holds it on his own.
Goddead will get
อุ้ย
one.
อุ้ย
CS
อุ้ย
by
อุ้ย
Van.
เอา
Good kills to be found. Null Command going to be committed to the
อีโค
round.
วินนะ
Genji feeling good about their chances, despite it being even numbers.
ยังไง
For himself, but Rolling Thunder,
ยังไงก่อน T1
Showstopper, all are available.
จวดจ้า
Player rushing
ขอบคุ
forward.
ณครับผมมี3 เดือนนะ
Hasn't heard him yet. Now sees him. Sorry, wants to close the distance. And yep, point blank.
มึงใช้บ้องเลยเหรอ
TS gives his life over to it. Fault line catches
มึงเอาเละเลยเหรอ
tower. It's Eco and Goddead locked in place, and Goddead with the Vandal loses out of the first fight. Now leaving Eco in a 1v3.
Positions.
Cut him off. He pushes in, finds one. But Zeta's got
ไอ้
that
เชี่ยเอาชัวร์เลยเหรอ
T1. They will be taking the lead. The timeout from Genji. Not going to be leading to the round win, at least not in the thrifty attempt. We'll see how they fare with the bye coming back through.
มันกดจากชื่อขวาล่างเราไม่ได้
Surely that's what the timeout was
โดนแบน
called
เอ้ย
for,
โดน
but
แฮก
at the
Amazon
same
โดนได้
time,
ไง
it's one of those situations where Ban has been showing up with his operator. He has been a thorn in Gen G's sides, and they need to pull that out. Meanwhile, the rest of the way that Gen G hold post plants, they get spikes down, but T1 has been sharp on these retakes. They've been sharp on these protocols and the way that they play off of each other. It's really coordinated, simple trades, and it's effective.
0 point out.
Slowing things down.
Believe that tagged Carpe. See the overlay confirmation.
อุ้ยแฟดดีจัด
Pop flash over the top. Rolling Thunder
อันติ
using
ยึด A main
aggressively
ครับ
actually on the opposite side.
อันติยึด A main แต่
Zeta
ไม่
making
ได้
the call
อะไร
to try to rush and get a crunch going in A main.
แต่ได้ A main เฉย
Does force 2 members of Gen G retreating back.
Again, similar thing. Trying to sell this signal to Gen G that, hey, A-side might be
รีฮิต A main แบน
What
เอาให้หน่อยน้อง
they don't know is that Carpe is kind of the only one on B site. Perhaps
King
A-side side.
KR
TS is creeping around. We'll get some eyes over towards Arcade, so we'll see if this ends up with
อุ้ย
yet another pivot, but
เฮ้ย
lockdown
ปกติอะไรอ่ะ
Whoa.
up atop of rope just to really force them back and dissuade them from coming over towards A. I mean, that's 2 very aggressively used defensive ults here.
It is the last round of the first half. I can understand that. But
Sure.
all this does is it just burns down the timer.
But is it going to be burnt enough? Because that's everything that they had aside from basic util. So ult's now gone.
TS as well.
Ult
Okay.
available. Hello.
ลงมาดีสัต
Man
ว์
taking his time.
Sweet,
Does get
man.
spotted. Now Blades have
Ui!
Instant two. Man dashing to the side.
Oh,
Gets the
man.
force and suddenly is on for the ace. TS now.
Cheer, man.
Alda's lonesome spike strand and time is gone. T1
เฮีย
will take the half 7-5.
เหนือมนุษย์นะ
There's not a damn thing TS can do about it.
เหนือมนุษย์นะกูบอกเลย
Well,
He's there. Get the
แบน
ace. Go, Ben, go!
เอาไอ้เป้
Perfect.
อืม
Well,
7-5.
4 consecutive rounds.
แม่เดี๋ยวตบไปเล่หลุด
And a half.
Good sign for T1. Terrible for Gen G. Team needs to have more individual firepower. And right now, apart from the first few rounds that we had, it's not quite there. It's starting to dwindle. T1 on the attack now with their double duelist composition. Can we see players like TS and King anchor down sides like they've done so before?
The fault line is good.
เอานี่มันดราม่าขนาด
Managing to
นี้
get
เลย
the
เหรอ
stun on pretty much everybody. 4 members approaching from Trey now towards B and goes drifting. Okay, around towards Jet. Smoke's now coming down. God Dead just making his presence known, sends in some straight shots and actually does get a clip there on Asaya, but Zeta responds in kind, and his is a headshot.
Go still trying to play around the smokes.
Van hearing these
hears all
rotations.
those footsteps.
Once he decides to swing, well, the answer's going to be
นี่กูเพิ่งมา
now.
ย้อนดู
Munchkin does get taken down. Pain shells to try to clear.
Oh.
And he's in a rough spot, but covering fire is there. Zeta gets himself up in the tower. Meteor, however, replying. 3 kills now, needs the ace. Try to get Gen G another pistol round win, but spots Carpe. Carpe wins it out despite the classic
ดราม่าอะไร
disadvantage.
พี่
That's going to
นี่
be
ไง
T1. Moving it up now, 8-5.
We just,
แม่งล่อกันเละ
I don't know, being crouched that way throws Meteor up.
เท่าที่อ่านคอมเมน
Tried
ต์
it,
ดู
it was
ก็เหมือน
really
ประมาณ
close to
ว่า
it. But look at how T1 plays. I mean, Ban having that much confidence to go for peaks, trying to tailwind and updraft away from the paint shells, but also being bailed out by his teammates. Zeta instantly comes back to cover for him up by the top of tower. 8-5. Gen G needs to recover. They only have Shorty in God Dead's hands. Meteor with no Marshall. It's a Sheriff.
Not need to try to clear back box. No one there to receive it.
มันแค่ไลท์เดียวเองปะวะ แล้วคู่นี้แม่งเหมือนไม่มีผลคุยอะไรกูก็เลยไม่ได้ดู ณ วันนั้นนะ ส่วนแชทมันเดือดกว่า
He's trapped in there.
I mean, this is suspecting that he's got a shorty, but now he's been spotted.
Wait.
Munchkin making note of it. He's gonna get ready to creep up
ก็
from
ดูตลอด
behind.
นะครับ
Bulldog shot at range. Zeta able to take down Meteor. Turns away from the flash. Now they double face back over towards Tree. Tap onto the spike. Goddead has got himself up here onto the site. Munchkin arrives from behind. Goddead gets 2 for his trouble. Zeta finds 4. Suddenly he's on for the ace, but Munchkin will slurp it up. Finds the last kill. T1 will be able to take out the anti-eco round.
Just a little firearm is all you need sometimes. 9-5. a good little bit of economical damage, but because those Bulldogs are bought, T1 still has a chance of turning this round away. And that's what we're all looking on. Can Gen G recover? I mean, those shorty kills from Goddead were good. But at the same time, this is a very different positional setup from Gen G. I mean, in the past, we used to have King up by tower. This time, it's Goddead with the shorty. King now repositioning back towards the B site with his toxic screen, trying to hold off T1, but Rolling Thunder gets sent.
And it's going to find both. Goddead sat here, taking a couple pot shots, Ban, trying to clear the way. Friends with the shorty. Okay, the regress from King does find it's a 1-for-1, but now Saya finds
ไหนมีใครอีกสัตว์
out of the smoke. Eco, good for one, but Carpe guns him down with the frenzy, and now they have access to attack, to defender spawn rather.
ทำไมดูแล้วมีแต่พลังลบผมไม่ว่า
Playing together and smoking it
คิด
off
ดีกว่าแล้ว
as well.
กับเกม
Okay, great timing.
ลบเลยเหรอ
Judgment, Carpe.
มันมีอะไรวะคลิปเนี้ย
No further smokes to be had now.
มึงดิไม่ดูแลแข่ง
Set off.
Follow up and get some more momentum.
สมเพศคำขอโทษไม่ได้แก้ไขได้ทุกสิ่งนะพูดไว้ให้คิดโอ้ยเย็นแม่แรงอยู่แรงอยู่แรงอยู่
Revealed up by Sun. He repositioned towards main.
แรงอยู่แรงอยู่
On those
2nd one still there. Okay, triggers it. Yeah.
แต่เอาจริงนะวันนั้นน่ะ
Zeta should have seen one
ถ้าใครจะดู react อะไม่มีให้ดูจริงๆเว้ย
And that should be enough, but Munchkin
รู้สึกว่าวัน
cannot
นั้น
stand
มัน
the spray. And with 11 health, King will
วันนั้น
survive.
มันเละเทะ
But Gen G wins the
มัน
round.
เละเทะมากๆค
Third
รับ
here in this half, they lose out on 4 of their weapons.
That's something that's going to be really painful. Look at their economy right now. They
ว่าย
can't
สวย
really buy back in
ๆไม่จำเป็นต้องว่ายสวย
So although it was a win, it's not a
สิ่งที่พี่
full
ทำอ่ะ
not yet a kill.
มันไม่ผิด แต่อาจ
Meanwhile, for
แต่อาจ
T1,
เขาเรียกว่าอะไรคนที่อยากดูรีแอคอะ
sure,
ก็
a
คง
little
ไม่
bit
มี
the gun plays.
แน่นอน
Managed to
แน่
get
นอน
one through the smoke as well from
ไม่มี
King.
ไม่มีวันนั้นไม่มี
T1's positioning and stuff, well, it was good. Execution wasn't quite there, but they still have the lead. Gen G now Meteor with a showstopper, perhaps looking to get a weapon, but lo and behold,
It feels
this
like
is a
T1.
desert.
They might have expected this to some extent.
มันไม่ทันแล้วครับคลิ
Absolutely
ปมัน
no
ลงไป
one
ประมาณ
flying around that
2-3 วัน
north
แล้ว
side. They're going to go ahead and look to swarm into the site. TS sat here, but eventually fished out of the smoke. Carpe finding one.
เดี๋ยวพี่คอมเมนต์แบบล่าสุดเลยดีกว่า
King trying to poke
นี่ดี
forward.
กว่า
The Molly comes in. Carpe not interested in post plants. He wants to shove them back so they can get the plant down, which does get further interrupted by that aftershock. That eliminated the push coming in. Saya good for one there on a King. Van set back towards rope. Looks for a little bit more, but they're both so low.
Just looking for a couple more picks.
And the damage you can do would be very good, but widely, it seems like Gen G just gonna have to stay put and trying to die to the spike.
Is Meteor looking to flank them?
Oh, so.
เรื่องดราม่าให้ติดตาม
The spike
และผลการแข่งขัน
exit
ไม่ได้
through a main.
Okay.
มีผลอะไร
Covered weapons.
Okay, they do say both.
All right. Still though, score.
Comment
will be
lah,
10 to
comment
6.
lah.
Yep, double digits now achieved. As we get ready to go into round 17. Timeout. Second one now. Going to be used from the side of Gen
Okay.
G. File. Putting a lot of stock in being able to turn things around from here, but that is a long way back. 7 rounds that you're looking for without being able to pump the brakes at all.
I mean, recalling from the first half, right? It was that timeout from Bile too. They lost on the initial round
ไม่คือ
because
ไม่ได้
it
บอกว่า
wasn't
พวกเขา
safe,
อะผิด
but subsequently
แต่เขา
slightly okay performance, but not quite the recovery that you're looking for. This
มันไม่มีคนผิด
has different.
เขาแค่ผิดหวัง
Gen G
เฉยๆดีกว่า
now, it's
ก็คือคอมเมนต์เขา
maybe operating
ก็
off
ไม่ได้แย่
assumptions.
ครับ
Meteor
ก็
with
พูด
that
ถึง
showstopper
ตรงๆว่า
wasted.
ทำไมมึงไม่รีแอค
It
กับ
just
เก
shows
ม
that
วะ
T1
กู
are
อยากจะ
a lot
ดู
more
ที่มึง
cohesive.
รีแอคกูชื่นชอบ
They're
มึงเนี่ย
reading the
นะ
situation
ไอ้บูม
correctly.
พี่ก็บอกเหตุผลของพี่ว่าแล้วกันก็คือพี่ไปแจงเหตุผลเฉยๆว่า ปกติถ้าทารอนแข่งอ่ะที่ผ่านๆมาก็รีแอคให้ตลอด วันนั้นมันพิเศษพี่เอนจอยกับเกมทุกครั้งที่ทารอนแข่งหรือทีมไทยแข่งนะ แต่วันนั้นมันพิเศษก็คือมีเรื่องดราม่าแล้วก็ผลการแข่งขันที่ไม่มีผลอะไรแล้วก็เลยไปชี้แจงแค่นั้น
Take a tissue ring out a ring out tissue paper.
Yeah, that'll go great.
แค่นั้นเอง
I don't know. I mean, we can have our theatrics and you know laugh on stream about RQ and getting that spot through the playoffs.
ชิลครับชิลทั้งชิลทุกฝ่ายทั้งคอมเมนต์และคลิปและก็ไลฟ์ต่อไปพี่คิดว่าพี่ก็ไม่ได้เขาเรียกว่าอะไรอ่ะไม่ได้เปลี่ยนแปลงไม่ต้องปรุงอันนี้แบบเรียวๆเลยนะแบบเรียวๆเอ้า
Eco pushes into the paint
อะไรอ่ะ
shells. What am I witnessing?
แบบเรียวๆไม่ต้องปรุงแต่ง
I wish sideshow here. Anyway,
ทุกอย่างที่มันออกไปในคลิปหรือในไลฟ์ก็นั่นแหละคือพี่แหละพี่อาจจะมีนอกลู่นอกทางไม่ได้วอตปาร์ตี้ไปอ่านแชทนั่นก็พี่อยู่ดีมันก็สนุกไปอีกแบบหนึ่งครับ
going up tower. TS.
Timing, it could be everything, but it's going to be a 1-for-1 at the end. The Meteor will find Ban to bring it to equal numbers.
T1 has all the information at hand though.
บูมก็คือปิงก็คือ
Winning out of the one, and Munchkin has got the transfer.
แต่ไอปิงอ่ะวันนั้นน่ะที่กูไปใส่ไอโรเล็กอ่ะมึงรู้ไหมไอโรเล็กมันด่ากูจริงๆนะไอ้เหี้ยแล้วมันทักอินบ็อกมาถามพี่ปิงนี่คือพี่เหรอ
Oh my goodness. And now we're going off to
กูบอกเวง
so healthy
บอก
economy once
ผม
more.
เกิดฝักปืนแล้วนี่อย่างตึงเกิดฝัก
Although
ปื
I
น
am very curious.
อีสัสเกิดฝักปืน
Yeah. We'll rewind that later, but looking into the
เกือบโดน
future,
ยิง
this is now potentially match point for T1. Gen G scrounging the buys that they have. Only a couple of Vandals. Meanwhile, a lot of ultimates on T1's side.
แม่งด่ากูเละไอ้เหี้ยเอ้ยมันไม่ได้ด่ากูมันด่าปิงเฮ้ยหนีดิรอกูไว้แล้วเอาตายหลังก็มาหน้าก็มีเฮ้ยเชี่ยก่อนตายเอาไป2ครับแบนHoly shit man
That could be one weapon recovered.
This guy insane
Side player now set up here in the tower.
Doesn't even have to be.
No, he doesn't. Could just let them come to him. TS dead. Eco killed Simon off screen.
งงว่ะ
Meteor now himself back in
เจนจีมันแย่ขนาดนั้นเลยเหรอ
But a 1v4.
ทีมที่ได้ 4-0 ตอนแรกมันหายไปไหนวะ
The element of surprise to play with. We'll turn it into a singular kill, but now with 5 health, no money. Surely he has to just run away.
แพ้ DIX แม่งไม่แปลกหรอก DIX ก็แทบจะโดนทุกทีมแต่อยู่ดีๆมันก็เบี้ยวไปเลย
Yep. Gets them right as he starts running. That's going to be 12-6. Map point now locked in T1.
พี่ว่าจิตใจเขาแย่อยู่นะ
After
แม่งแย่มากอ่ะ
a bit of a surprising beginning to this one. I mean,
มันโดน5ตาติด
5-3. Gen G in the
มัน
lead
เบีย
in
ด
that first half.
โอ้โหแบนไอ้เหี้ย
It's been pretty much all
มันโดน
T1
5 ตา
ever
ติด
since.
แล้วมันก็ไม่รู้แล้วว่ามันต้องแก้ยังไง
I'm
แก้แล้วแก้อีกแก้แล้วก็ยังแพ้อีก
It's
เวี
so
ยน
much
หัวนะไม่
strength.
บอกให้
They only spent that lockdown just to take the site. Everything else,
ถ้า
everyone's
แก้แล้ว
already
เห็น
set up
ว่า
for
ดี
both
ขึ้น
sides.
ชนะสักแมปนึงอะไร
Now
เงี้
they
ย
have a
ไม่มี
very
อะเด็
good chance just to fight this even fight and close this map out.
3-3 in ultimates. The pit available for King. When do you pull the trigger on this? You're spotting them. Does he send it now? King shells go up. Fight. Saves them off for now. Still not being invested though.
Surely you know the orbital strike is about to go off.
King just looking to hold the line. Ban pushing forward, rushes out onto the side. King finds one. Showstopper now at the ready. Down. King will be able to get one. God, that gives another. Brings it back into a winnable position with Carpe.
ไอ้เชี่ยโดนหัวดำอยู่ครับ
Gets the elimination.
โดนหัวดำอยู่เลยไม่โดนแฟลชไอ้นั่นไม่โดนแฟลช KO
Into the smoke. Oh, and he is playing sneaky. Eco. Faster to react. Finds him. TS will get Carpe. And Gen G will stay alive.
Unbelievable. Staying alive at the hands of King. I mean, that shot, the way he repositions around the site itself, getting Saya player mid-air.
เฮ้ยมาแล้ววะ
Something that they were
เหี้ยโซเฟิร์ส
desperately
คน
looking
ดู
for.
7,000
And at the same time, he saves
Ma
up
แล้ววะ
his ultimates for the future round. It's a good win. They need a lot more, but
มาแล้ววะ
not too terrible. It's a good look for them. More of a chance.
Hey, we saw the run backs that Zeta was able to make that take us into overtime in our first series across both of those maps. Perhaps Gen G at least have that within them.
โซเฟิร์สหรือจะสู้โซชา
Munchkin exploring the other half of the map as well. Ban maybe looking for an opening pick. The rest of
แต่เหมือน
T1
เขายัง
just
ไม่พูด
holding
เดี๋ยวรอ
outside
เขา
of
พูด
A
ครับ
main in case of a push.
รอดูครับรอดู
Zion finding one. Nico trying to draw it down. Backs off. Rolling Thunder is at the ready.
อุ้ย
Paranoid
อันตีเลย
he's thinking about it and he's going
เอา
to send
มั่ว
down.
มั่วแล้ว
It, however, forces
มั่ว
it
แล้ว
back
เละเทะ
across the opposite side.
เละเทะแล้ว
They cannot counter aggress off of the ult. It's just used
จ่าย
defensively.
เละเทะแล้วไอ้เหี้ย
Timed paint shells from Saya player. Meanwhile, Ban lost his duel up by a tree as well, so T1 only has one path forward.
Time player caught. TS finds one.
ซิกแมนทำให้แผนมันไม่ลงตัวเป็นไปได้หรือเปล่าครับ
Seems like Gen G should be able to keep things moving as TS looks to push out. He and Eco will go
พี่ว่า
ahead and put a halt to the
มันน่าจะลง
aggression.
ตัวมากกว่านะ
12 to 8.
ด้วย
Four
ที่
more
แบบ
to
ว่า
go. Gen
มันจะหยิบ
G.
ใช้ความถนัดที่สุดของคนนั้นออก
Can
มา
they
ใช้
do it?
Looking a little bit better.
ไม่รู้
If they
ว่ะ
can keep this up,
ไอ้เหี้ยคอดีของซิกแมนคือ
those
เหี้ยอะไร
guns
วะ
out of T1's hands. Then we'll have more rounds.
ยังหาไม่
It
เจ
all
อ
starts with one win. The way that they're actually taking this now, playing discipline, playing safe, getting control of the map. and
ตัวสำรองอ่ะ
holding
ดี
onto
แน่
that
แต่ซิก
control
แมนอ่ะไม่ดี
something that's aiding them on this defensive side, especially up by A main, especially if they can win those duels out by tree. It blocks T1's paths.
เฮ้ย
Although,
ไปนิวไป
other options. Meteor able
มาทางไหนมึงไปทางนั้นเลย
to what tree bench has, excuse me. 4 players.
Big opening kill. He looks for a little bit more, but Ban does find Meteor. King unable to trade it back. Just puts a little bit of damage.
มาทางไหน
down
ไปทางนั้น
onto the
ด่วนเลย
deck.
ด่วนเลย
4v4, rolling the orbital. Both available. King still holds the pit.
Still, Gen G doesn't quite have much information. Still going to be an A hit.
Shots towards King's side. Both ults going to be invested. Neither
ซิก
finding
แม
a
นมิ
catch,
ดนิ
but
ว
they
เจ
do
น
clear out
คุย
tower.
ไอ้เหี้ย
Man's able to entry. Spike can now go down, but can
ก็
they
เผื่อเขาเล่น
hold the line?
4 คนยังแม่ยังมี Impact กว่า
If anything, Gen G could very well aggress off of the spike plant.
Break on the 0 point. Man finds one. Carpe gets another before he gets taken down.
ใจเย็นสายะ
TS and Eco once again. The 2 members left alive.
This could be the round.
See Eco thinking about it, but he's going to be caught with a flash. Saya finds him. Ban
เฮ้ยใจเย็น
looking for the shot swap.
มาดิ
Short.
มาดิ
He's gonna be
เหี้ย
able to
ช็อต
win it
ตี้
out.
ดิฟไอ้สัตว์
A 3
นี่ถ้าเป็น
kill
นิวเจน
Ban.
ควัก
Go
ควัก
ahead
เช
and
ลีฟ
get
นะ
them over the line. 13 to 8 is the
ไอ้เหี้ย
score as T1 will
คิด
take
มา
Ban
ได้
back.
โอเปอเรเตอร์เชลีฟ
Around the skirts of it.
Drips over to the far side. Dart at the ready. Saya.
โว้วโว้วโว้วโว้วโว้วโว้วใส่เอ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยพระรามทำเหี้ยอะไรอ่ะ เฮ้ยดูไลน์อัพพระรามดิ
Dart
Oh.
now going to be used, but just throw away pizza.
ไม่มีคุยเลยนี่
Took a pretty long time to let loose that arrow, but still, it's a lot of information for T1, and there's quite a bit of presence around mid.
Saya's still just looking to push this.
I like that Gen G are holding it though, anticipating anything, looking for that first pick.
Seems like they're ready for him to be aggressive, but the headshot comes in.
อุ๊ย
Eco
อะไร
will be able
อ่ะ
to finish him off.
คลิกขวาโกงไปเป้าไอ้เหี้ยคลาสสิก
Tiny exchange.
ไอ้เหี้ยระยะนั้นแม่งคลิกขวาตายเลย
Now regrouping. Munchkin go back, and he gets a headshot for it.
Crisp. Fragment out.
คมไปเพื่อน
Gonna be going forward. Sends out a stray shot through the smoke. And okay, Meteor as well, just spraying through. Will find Zeta. Brings it now to a 3v3, but Meteor low, 38 HP. Munchkin rotating around. Turret is here to play contact.
Oh,
As low as he is, Meteor to stay alive.
อุ้ยอุ้ยอุ้ยเมเทโอ
Do they read
Meteor.
it? He's about to swing out.
นี่
Spotted.
ไง
Woo, quick little flick to the side.
กล้าได้กล้าเสียเหรอมึ
Chest
ง
shot will get it done. Kill is found. Plant does come through. Can they hold it versus 3?
one by B main.
Oh
my
Get
goodness.
Another. I mean, talking about how he's running without his util. Only the turret in the mix. And Munchkin is getting
ตำแหน่งอินนี้เหรอ
absolute value out of the sheriff, a 4K for him, as well as the
พวกบีท
defuse.
พวก
So
ส
go
กาย
ahead
อะไรอย่าง
and
เงี้ย
fast track the ever-loving hell out of that lockdown.
Yeah, three more
พี่ว่าไอ
players
ทีม
going
ทำได้ดีนะชอบไอทีมมากกว่า
And this is one hell of a way
แต่มันจะเล่นโซวาไม่ได้ไอทีมไม่เคยจับโซวาหรอก
Big statement to Gen G as well, saying
ไอทีมโคตรเก่ง
we are truly that different team now. It's kind of just like what Valdez was saying on the desk. You know, we're looking for those big points, those
พี่ฟ็อกสู้ไอทีมไม่ได้
but
On.
it's still not quite here. It was a little bit smart of them to kind of hold up around mid, not really winning their fights, but they managed to sneak through market and get their spike down.
ไอฟ็อกกับไอทีมกูให้ไอทีมดีกว่านี่ทีมฉลาดด้วย
Pushing up, spotting the shoulder of Carpe, but unable to find anything there. No damage traded back. Then we'll just get ripped down to 22. Saya not looking to push up, doesn't want to clear the turret, wants to maybe lure them into a false sense of security. And okay, well, as I say it, does clear it.
Ooh.
And gets King to boot.
คม พี่จะด่าว่าฟ็อกโง่เหรอพี่ไม่ได้พูดนะ พี่แค่บอกว่าทีมฉลาด
Dash is down, but he's about to get another one.
Oh.
น้อง
Pops
ครู
it.
น้องครู
Gets a shot on the TS.
เฮ้ย
To the sheriff.
แล้วมึงพีคไม่หยุดเลย
An overswing. Eventually does get
มึงคิด
punched,
ว่ามึ
but
งเป็น
look
ใคร
at
อ่ะ
the HP bars.
Oh.
They're
I
just
just noticed
destroyed.
All we need is a little gust of wind,
เออ
I suppose. They're gonna have to regroup, and surely this does not inspire confidence for the rest of the players who are alive right now as well.
เอาแบบหอมปากหอมคอพอเล่นให้ได้เปรียบซาย่าไอ้เหี้ยเอาจริงมาโฮอีกโชกหนึ่งยังได้ไอ้เหี้ยแกพีคไม่หยุดเลย
Just get a triple kill.
With the turret.
That would be lockdown online for round 3.
โฮอีกโชกหนึ่งอ่ะเพราะเขาของมันน้อยมันไม่น่าโดนของ
Give
ไล่
Timmy the MVP.
He's the
at the end of
น่า
that
จะ
one.
ชิว
Key player, Timmy the turret.
We're straight into Carpe, and he's got that Spectre. One left click and hold, and all them.
ๆแล้วดูเลือดพวกมันดิ
Okay, shot goes out. One dead on the cross. TS
เดินหน้ามืดเลยนะมึง
As Band
เดินหน้ามืดเอ้า
for a bit more, and
เอ้า
yep,
ล่วง
that'll do it. 2 quick kills, just the Marshal left on the floor. Science the only one dead.
อเลิร์ดอะอเลิร์ดโดนกูปลดละ
Start things off
ไม่ได้เรื่องนะ
2-0.
เดี๋ยวนี้ไม่ได้เรื่องละ
A
อเลิร์ด
dabble, do ya? And that's gonna be still Gen G. I mean, we've been talking about this. Let's not be too hard on them, right? They're still a great team. They're still great
Band.
players who are capable of
พี่
incredible
แบนแก
shots.
แม่นจังวะ
But down to some
ไอ
of
แบ
these
นเนี่ยเหมือนมัน
rounds,
พัฒนาไง
again, a
ไม่
little
รู้
bit
ว่ะ
slow, a little
ก่อน
bit
หน้านี้มัน
careful,
มั่วๆ แป
overly
ลก
careful. If they just overwhelmed Saya, they could have taken
ๆตอน
the
นี้
Marshall
แบนแม่ง
match a lot earlier.
แบนแม่งสุดจัดว่ะ
Instead, it was a little bit of a careful approach. Now onto the
GTA
next
จะเดือด
round.
แล้ว
They
บูม
have
เฮ้ย
full eyes.
เฮ้ย
They have to make them count, but Saya's looking for him.
I mean, no one's peeking out. Right around the corner. Updrafts, he's trying to play elusively. If he had landed that sheriff shot, then everything I know about this game would have come into question. But Fragment goes out. They do force Carpe into the open. It's good from
All right,
Goddead
good.
to flush him into a position where they can punish. There will be a man advantage now for Gen G.
This is what we're looking for too. T1 getting a little bit over.
แต่คนที่กูอยากเห็นในเวทีแข่งมากที่สุดคือไอ้นี่ครับพิมมี่
A little bit more Munchkin as he ready for the next peak.
Oh, and okay,
ไฮไลท์แม่ง
Nico.
เวอร์จัด
Nico went out onto both.
แม่งบ้ามาก
They've spanned now
Pimmy.
on his lonesome. Spike recovered.
มันต้องมีสักวันน่ะที่มันต้องไปเฉิดอ่ะ
Assuming that this is going to end up being a B hit.
มันต้องมีสัก
especially
วัน
as that
เว้ย
market
ไม่
door
รู้วัน
does
ไหน
get shut.
แต่สักวัน
Spike is taking a long way around. It still is going towards B.
สักวัน
Van could upset this.
I mean, knowing his position, I almost expected that they would shift this back to A perhaps and try to have King go for a wraparound kill to catch Ban, but will just be them still pushing this forward here into B.
I guess. Let's work with what we know. You do have a little bit of cover outside of the door if Ban wants to play off of it, but instead he's going to be heading down towards stairs. There is a bit of Killjoy
น้องไม่
utility
แข่ง
in
เสียดาย
space.
ไม่รู้เหตุผลอะไรแหละครับ แต่เขาไม่แข่ง
Does hit King.
ก็
Good, just game sense to get that read. Here at TS on the opposite side, smokes go across.
มันสามารถประสบความสำเร็จได้เลยนะ
Damage found.
พี่ว่าฝีมือแบบมันนะ
Now just looking for the
แบบใน
activation.
คลิปนะในคลิปอ่ะพี่ก็ไม่ค่อยได้เจอมันหรอกในแรง
Long
อ่ะ
enough for Spike to go off, that would be cool,
แรง
but
กูอาจจะไม่เท่ามันกูเลยแบบไม่ค่อยได้เจอ
TP into the side, go for the ninja defuse.
แต่ถ้ามันเล่นได้แบบในคลิปอ่ะ
Maybe you get a Hunter's Fury out
มัน
of it.
สามารถ
All right, looks like he's not gonna do
มี
that.
เงินเดือนเป็นแสนได้
Wants to
ชิว
kill him. It's not gonna happen. And we'll just end up going down to the spike at the very end. So Genji getting themselves on the board here in the bonus.
Good
They'll pick up
recovery.
1 and only lose out on 2 guns.
Now they get to buy back up a little bit, just enough. And that gives us, Genji, a better chance. Side player pulling out the operator, though. And that could be a very punishing weapon. What we've seen so far, at least in round 3, is T1 getting a little bit over-aggressive, trying to peek out a little bit too much. Eco able to shut them down. Let's see if they can do more of that. Straight into the B site we go.
It's faster on the draw. Oh, Paranoia comes across. Saya has to back off. Nano just in front of him. Shorty held, but now got it, and okay, still holds the dash. In, but the dart lands at his feet. Nico will claim the kill.
มันบ้าเบ้าวะ
But not that much damage found widely there for the side of Zeta. TS now creeping into the smoke, catches Ban completely off guard. Gets the kill, and that might just be the retreat called here for Zeta and Carpe. Not much else to be done here.
Gotta fall back. I mean, such a smart play. And the operator completely lost it as well.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to do that, son. Okay. There's the flash. We'll back away. And looks like Genji wisely not wanting to really over-aggress. They do have a couple people with a good amount of cash in their pockets. But will just stick together and look to maintain this flawless.
ถ้าบอกว่า
Initially, it was just that bit of
สตรีมคนดูเยอะแล้ว
Saya player with
ก็เลย
the
ไม่อยาก
off,
แข่งก็
but not being able to use it
ก็เหตุผล
because
ของเขา
of
ครั
that
บผม
much utility being
กู
thrown
ไม่
in
ได้
his
บังคับ
face.
กูแค่อยากเห็น
Swaps over the shorty. It's not the effective range.
คนเรามันก็มี
he was
ทาง
looking
เดิน
for.
ของตัวเองเว้ย
Genji
เหี้ย
gets an easy sight hit.
ก็กู
Even
อยากเป็นส
moving
ตรีมเมอร์
forward,
ไม่ใช่นักแข่ง
TS
ไอ้
with
เหี้ย
that
นั่นมันบอก
smart little bit of adjustment, that little bit of movement around the dark cover, completely baits players inside, and he is able to take them off. And that's the Genji that we all saw before. Maybe they can do more of it, because now T1 does not quite have the economy. Just a couple of rifles that they brought over from the last round. A couple of ultimates still, though.
อยากดูเกมที่คิวลงแข่งโอ้นานแล้ว
Do a lot
ตอน
of
นั้น
damage
มาเป็น
to
สำรองสำรองมั้ง
with the Hunter Tree.
Is going to be using it. Goes for the updraft to peek across into B.
อุ้ย
Sees the
เชี่ย
turret
มุมแม่ง
now.
เฟี้ยวว่ะ
And given the
เชี่ยมุมแม่ง
trajectory of
เฟี้ยว
those
ว่ะ
shots, you can very much assume
นี่เดินเหม่อๆมาตายนะน่ะกูว่าในแรงได้กินนะ
playing up into market now. One noted. Drone comes across.
บ้าละ
For a peek.
Doesn't get the ping, and Munchkin trying to play off the back of it. Good for
Oh,
one, good for
Munchkin.
two. Ban in the meantime finds God dead.
เอ้า
I don't know, they
Two
have that
members left.
information, but
อู้
Zeta wins out on the fight versus
คม
King. It's all on
Yes.
TS.
this has been... And TS gets to sneak in, but team's gone.
Only so far though, because
ความ
that
เดือดเริ่ม
alarm
แล้ว
bot
เหรอ
is still sat right outside of market. So this is going to alert him. And suddenly you've
รอ
got
ฟัง
4
กูไม่เห็น
players
เดือดเลย
staring at you. Munchkin already is.
Hello.
There it is. Checks
doing?
market for the swing, and
เอ้าทำไมไม่
Munchkin
มี
will
เสียง
take it
อะ
away.
Precisely like you said, Achilles. All 4 rushing and gunning him down. 3-2 for T1. And a little bit of an odd play from
เขาน่าจะปิดไมค์
Genji.
คุย
They
ราชการ
had
รับ
the
กันอยู่
information. They were anticipating pushes outside of mid, outside of B main. But whatever it is, I mean, it's just so smart, so sharp from players like Munchkin and Zeta. Playing off of each
อันนี้ผม
other
ไม่
that
รู้
way,
ภูวันแถบเขาเลิกแข่ง
swinging
ดราม่า
together.
ทิ้งช้อนเหรอ
Genji
ครับ
did not react in
ใช่ครับ
time, despite
ภูวัน
having
แถบ
done
ค่อนข้างโดนโจมตีอย่างหนักครับ
off to the next round. Still the same
บางคนไม่ได้
lockdown,
แข็ง
Hunter
เก่งที่จะทนได้ทุกเรื่อง
Each one waiting for the first move. Maybe Genji
ก็
carefully
เลย
aggressive with A main, anticipating
ทำ
pushes
ไป
mid as well. And T1 playing so far back on site. They're looking for that information, maybe a
ส่วนตัวกู
commitment.
นะ ถ้าพูดถึงดราม่าทิ้งช้อนนะ ถ้ากูเป็นภูกูก็กลับมาแข่งต่อ
Forward, Spike still dropped. Back over towards top mid. Looks like TS is going to mosey on over to grab that. Carpe
Sure.
continuing to
กูจะบอกเลยไม่
around here rather. Tree.
นั่นช้อนกู
They're saving up a lot of
เดี๋ยว
utility.
กูซื้อคืนให้
And T1 aren't
มึงเอา
going
กี่
to
อัน
make
นะ
any baits because
เฮีย
frankly there is no bait being thrown out. Just on towards the B site. And Munchkin has that retake play set up. If they go in, you know,
เราทำอะไรไว้เราก็แค่แก้ไข
expend it, but we have that lock
ยากอะไร
to
วะ
keep them trapped in sight.
It's nade for nade. Shots flying. Paranoia, however, does stave them off for now.
Oh,
Meteor
wow.
got tagged down to 42, but they get God dead on the entry. They're gonna look for the res, but it's still out in the open. So they will be able to pick it up, and Munchkin sends them straight back to hell. Plan now coming in. Genji,
บูมทิ้งจานนะ
let's get that
นี่ไง
established. Lock
กู
that
ก็เป็น
just
หนึ่ง
safe.
คนที่ขี้เกียจ
Munchkin
ฮะ
is available.
นี่กูเลยรับผิดชอบตัวเองโดยการ
Very
ซื้อ
much
ช้อน
chipped
พลาส
away
ติก
at. Good
จบ
shock dart.
อันนี้จบเลย
Hitting near his feet takes him to 24.
กูแดกเสร็จกูทิ้งแค่นั้น
Gun Armor
ไหน
still
จะ
going to be used. Hunter's Fury comes across. They're going to break it down, but now King.
กูผิดตรงไหน
Just
ก็กู
finds
ขี้เกียจ
one. Munchkin gets another Cyan. They just sweep their way
ส
through.
วยสายยา
The Fuse can come in, and T1 will double up 4-2 over Genji.
It's incredibly fast as well. T1. I mean, it's a smart play. Let's see the replay on that.
ไม่รั
Because
กโลกไป
as soon as that lockdown gets set, he knows it's going to be the Hunter Sphere
ขอ
from
โทษแล้วกัน
Eco.
จริงๆไม่รักโลก
And off of it, every single player from that T1 squad rushes down the site, knowing
ไม่
that
เดี๋ยว
one
เป็น
player
ไปเรียนเป็น
from
นาซาเดี๋ยว
Genji
ไปแก้
would
ไข
be
พวกชั้น
stuck
บรร
in
ยากาศ
that
ให้พวก
Hunter
มึง
Sphere animation, effectively evening out the fight. T1 would have the odds on their side. 4-2 when we continue to move forward. Genji's economy not so healthy any longer. Meteor, can you pull off that same play that Ban did on previous map?
เหมือนมีคนพูดนะ ถ้ากินข้าวกล่องอ่ะแล้วไม่กินช็อตพลาสติกอ่ะ
Down to 1100
มัน
with
ฟิล
that.
มันไม่ได้
Oh, okay, up over the
ไอ
top.
เป้นั่งทำเพี้ยอะไร
Meteor
อะ
getting
I like
one,
that.
but it's going to be a trade out on the KOs here.
Ooh.
As Meteor gets another.
Ooh.
30 finds Zeta. And that is the kind of speed and aggression that Genji have been needing. They managed to break through. Now they're in a good spot. TP from TS gets himself in the boathouse. And this could very much be a thrifty takeaway
มีด
from
แม่งเหี้ยจ
Genji.
ริง
Gotta live up to your name. These 3 kills are great. Now T1 are afraid. Trying to hold back. Clearing every corner.
ไม่ต้องเชื่อมใช่ป่ะที่แหวน
Quite
บอก
sure
คน
where
นั้นเล่นเลย
Meteor
ใช่ป่ะ
could be. And
Mày
the
đai.
site fully under
ไม่ได้
control.
ผมโดนแบนเป็นแบนที่เรื่องยาว
Genji
ต้อ
has
งบอก
set
ก่อ
up
นเนี่ย
camp. And it's
ก็
up
ไอแวน
to
คนลง
T1.
มันลงความหมายมันก็โหลดแล้วตาย
Find
มันก็เล่น
those
ไอ้นั้น
picks.
They swing back in,
ๆ รีบจบเลยสัตว์
pulling off the angle. Send out the recon for now. They're trying to catch
Oh.
them. Meteor finds another. Now on for the ace to try to pull off this thrifty. How badly does he want to hunt for it? Well, he's not going to get the opportunity. Because Eco will put that hero rifle to use by taking down Saya player. And Genji will bring it back to within 1. Monstrous round for Meteor. Exactly what Genji needed.
Let's see that again. And off the win, a timeout being called too. Looking to seize that momentum.
นั่งทำอะไรเอ่ยตาเอ๋หลานยาย
It's a good round, but it's not one that obviously you can rely on all the time. Blade's going to get shelved until he can build up the next one. So it seems like Bile still wants to intervene, still wants to have a conversation with the
ก็เจอเหมือน
players
กันอะไรอย่างเงี้ยก็
so
พา
that they
ทุกคน
can
เข้าไป
string
เคลีย
two
ร์ด้วยกันหมด
together
นะครับ
and get this tied up and
วันนี้ก็เลย
try to
ชี้
take
แจง
the lead
ให้
from
เข้าใจ
Genji.
แบบเดียวกันเนาะทุกคนจะได้เข้าใจกันแล้วก็ไม่มีอะไรต้องคุมเครืออีกแล้วนะครับครั้งนี้ก่อนแต่ว่าก็ยังไม่ได้100%นะแต่ใช้คำว่า 90% แล้วกัน
You know how sharp
90%
he can be.
นะครับ 90%
Let's see if we can keep that rolling still.
แจ้งแบบนี้เมื่อวานเนี่ยผมเข้าไปคุยกันตอนประมาณตี 1
The buys perhaps
เริ่ม
or the
แล้วตี 1นัด
strategy
เข้าไปคุยกันตอนตี 1ซึ่งก็ตามที่คุณผู้ชม
is
รู้กันอยู่แล้วแหละว่า
his work cut out
เมื่
for
อวาน
him.
มีนัดเข้าไปคุยกัน
It's
นะครับ
just a
ใน
one
เก
round
ม
lead right now. And
ก็
again,
เข้าไปคุยก็อย่างแรกก็เราก็ชี้แจง
their strongest
นะครับ
map
ว่า
thus
เพราะ
far.
อะไรเราถึงต้องเอาเงินคืน
T1
นะครับ
looking
ซึ่ง
to
ตอนแรกอย่าง
close
ที่บอก
that
ว่า
out
ผมไม่ได้
against
คิดว่าจะเอาเงินคืนหรอกแต่ว่า
prove them
พอ
wrong.
ยิ่งรู้อะไรหลายอย่างมากขึ้นก็รู้สึกว่าเฮ้ยอยากให้น้องได้เงินคืนอยากให้น้องได้เงินคืนครับก็ตรงๆเลยว่าอยากให้น้องๆเพื่อนๆที่เติมไปได้เงินคืนนะครับ
We go back into it with
แต่
our
ว่า
momentum.
อย่างที่บอกว่าผมก็
Looking here
ขอ
for
คืน
Zeta
แบบ
in
สมเหตุสมผล
particular is gonna look to
ไม่
shut
ใช่ว่า
down
เอ้ย
the
ไอ้
owner
เหี้ยเรา
who's
ต้อง
gonna be
เอา
coming
เปรียบ
through
เขา
as he's
หรือ
sat over on the
เรา
right
ต้อง
side. He's a Sova.
ได้ในสิ่งที่แบบเราต้องการอย่างนี้ได้มึงต้องได้ไม่ใช่ผมว่ากันด้วยเหตุและผล
Purely
ความสมเหตุ
just
สมผลใช่วันนี้ถ้าคุณผู้ชม
ประเด็นเดือดเดี๋ยวไปดูย้อนหลังก็ได้ครับ
Another pair match made in heaven. It's going to be Sad player with that operator, and I think he's definitely looking to make use of it. First, he was up by B main, and that was completely discouraged a couple of rounds ago. Now Genji spread out thinly across the map.
หนูไปนี่ไงเขากำลังสรุปแล้วน้องไม้ไปดูดิ
Looking for that information.
อันนี้น่าจะแบบว่า
tell them of T1's positioning.
ได้เคลียร์มากที่สุดเหมือนเอามาคุยกันแล้วอะเหมือนเขามานั่งคุยกันแล้ว
Spotting one, sends out the flash, just wants to exit. Goes back to safety. Paranoia going to be used. Van not getting caught by it. Tries to get tucked away here in hell. He does, but Domus one looks for a second. Can't quite make it happen. TS finds the kill from side player with a quick adjustment.
2-0 ไปเลยพี่ชอบ
Look to get deeper into the site.
2-0 ไปเลยครับ
Remember strong.
2-0 ไปเลย
Just below heaven.
Now it's just waiting for them to peek out again. Gen.G trying to spray through the floorboard.
Sai as well taking some pot shots. A bit more difficult to nail though.
Tree.
Oh!
One spotted and Munchkin reads. He goes position beautifully. Finds the kill. The off shot will be the finisher. And T1.
เชี่ย
Seems like they use
พี่วันบอกขอไปก่อนครับเจนจีขออนุญาตไปก่อน เชื่อว่าเจนจีน่าจะเป็นทีมแรกๆที่ตกรอบเขาน่าจะติดภาพหลอนแล้วก็ไม่รู้จะแก้ยังไงละมันอยู่ในวังวนแล้วไอ้สัตว์เชื่อดิเขาพยายามแก้นะเว้ยปรับนู่นปรับนี่สุดท้ายก็แพ้อยู่ดีเหี้ยเวียนหัวนะเว้ยแม่งทำให้คิดว่าไอ้เหี้ยที่กูแก้เนี่ยมันถูกไหมวะ
But instead, it's T1 who holds against them. Gen.G recollects and goes in for that A-split push, but they did not account for the fact that there might be an operator inside players' heads. There might be Zeta with that perfect recon bolt that just reveals the locations of the players on the other
คนดู
side.
20,000 เย็น
Now
แม่
back in the next round, Gen.G gets to buy up, but only for this one more round. It's going to be a bit of slow play in towards A, looking for that confirmation of players on the site.
Cover going out.
Interesting.
Fragment, I guess to check wine. Just make sure that no one's going to be in
สวย
that
เบรก
spot.
เต็ม
Paranoia does go across, catches a
ๆเบรก
few.
นานอยู่เพื่อนมาช่วย
Very much
ทัน
making his presence known. Now swings out, gets a second.
เฮ้ยแบน
Also took down Meteor.
ไอ้เชี่ยแบนมันเก่งจังวะ
It's just
Yes.
an absolute
เชี่ยแบนเก่งจังวะ
destruction of the attack here. T1 only
ไอ้แบน
losing
นี่
out on their omen. And
ได้
now
กลิ่นมาโกะนะได้กลิ่นมาโกะอยู่นะ
6-3.
We have all those lineups. You have those clear plans in mind, but the protocol.
ตอนนี้เก่งมากครับ
As soon as those pits of utility lands, yes, you clear on A main, you have A main control, but then you just rush in through the dark cover. The T1 band places so accurately. As soon as they walk through, it's lambs to the slaughter. That cannot happen again,
โอ้ย
especially now.
เฮียอะไรอัพเฮียอะไรวะน่ะ
T1 has a flourishing economy. Gen.G on a bit of a half buy.
ลงพิซซ่าครับไฟเคพิซซ่า
Quite catch where
Oh.
that
Saya.
fragment landed, but
Saya.
yeah, Saya. So gonna take a sprayer shot
Dear
through
Lord.
is Zeta.
โอ้
What more
จี
is
จี
this?
จีทีวันครับผม
Trying to get some
T1
presence,
ครับ
trying
ผ
to find some
ม
semblance of map control, but T1 hold down M1, and they just come up with kill after kill.
You never know if it's M1. Maybe they have fire.
พี่ว่า
Another key.
They're bound,
อาจจะ
they're
เป็น
binding
ทีม
the
นี้แหละ
scroll
ที่
wheel.
ติด
This is
หนึ่ง
a
ใน
1.6.
3 ตอนแรกคิดว่าเป็นซีเคด
Look at this.
แต่ตอนนี้แลดูทีวันทรงแกดีจัดเลยว่ะ
They're just peeking into it and
น่าจะเป็น
everything.
เปเปอร์เล็ก DRX แล้วก็ T1 ที่ได้ไปมาสเตอร์
7-3. Got to buy back in. King has a lockdown.
เข้มจริง
You can see that once more. We're back to that Gen.G style of anticipating pushes, waiting for T1 to make a move. It has worked before. Will it work again? T1 not really over-aggressing that much. Just a bit of noise, a bit of presence up by A main.
Carpe, yeah, commits quite a bit there. Just to clear the angle, backs away, does get a flash out of God Dead in exchange.
เกาหลีที่2เลยเหรอ
Which means it still comes
ไม่
down
แปลก
to
เขา
those
เก่งจัด
firefights.
เลย
T1 has
โอ้โห
been winning
ดูดิ
most of them.
Munchkin,
เฮีย
in particular,
16-4
has been an absolute demon.
So sharp.
ดีมัน
Just unreal.
Demon.
The sheriff beginning to now. A band
ดูแบน
does
ดู
get
แบน
some
ต้องมี
pressure
1
on the site.
เฮ้ย
Push out, and it's Carpe
นึกว่า
actually
2
got
ไอ้
them
สั
down
ตว์
the flank.
What on earth?
Ban will be able to get
นึก
one,
ว่าไอ้
but
แบ
he
น
has to
ยิ
show
ง
me his POV because it's 3 quick kills from Carpe to yet again just shut it down and clearly
นึกว่าแม่งก๊อกแก๊ก
Gen.G,
หาย
their
2
legs are just being swept out from beneath
เฮ้ย
them.
หืมโห
Absolutely
โห
nothing
ดู
to
แชทดิ
stand on.
Every
หื
round.
ม
That's
โห
right. They keep
อุ้ย
getting knocked down.
900,000อุ้ยดูแชทดิ
If
ดู
you
แช
were
ทช่อง
in
นั้น
Gen.G
ดิ
shoes, you might even call a
เยอะ
second
อยากแล้ว
timeout
ว่ะ
in
อ
this
ยากแล้ว
first
ว่ะ
half because it's just
อยาก
that
อยาก
important.
ไม่ไหวแล้ว
I mean, maybe not now. It's
Oh.
down to the last round of the first half, but wow.
It's just crisp and clean.
แม่งหื
rightful
มโหหุย
celebrations,
อะ
right? I mean,
ไม่ให้
Bam
ขอ
instantly
ลิงก์ครับ
smoking it
ไม่
off.
ให้
Paranoia
ใครอยาก
sent out
ดู
straight
หาเอ
away.
ง
Gen G
อย่า
completely
เลิ
stopped in
ก
their
กับ
tracks. They
ฉั
get
น
countered every step
ต
of
อน
the way.
ยังเป็นพระได้ไหม
Side player again, just fearlessly
Right.
inserting himself out in the mid. He's not playing off a hard angle where he can quickly break line of sight. I mean, granted, he can do so with his dash, but look at him. He's just sticking around, tries to go for the shot. Says, okay, I can grab the Vandal. Never mind. I'll just keep holding with this operator.
เรียบ
And in
ร้
the
อย
meantime,
อี
just
โค
find TS
มึ
trying
ง
to
ไม่ได้ออก
creep
แล้ว
his
ล่ะ
way up over into A
ต้อ
main.
งให้เพื่อนสกิลช่วยอ่ะเขาล็อกแล้ว
Now
อ่ะ
there's smokes.
Stock dart.
เขาล็อกไว้แล้วอ่ะ
Side, I think it might have
ควัน
just
ช่วยหน่อยเจ็ด
tickled Meteor. Season 95.
เจ็ดไม่มีควัน
TP to check A main.
Ow!
Saya a little bit slow with it. Wants to swing back out.
เขาเลยเดินออกหลอมๆ
From Meteor goes back to the operator, and we'll go ahead and relocate.
Push out the Vandal.
Time.
Straight to market.
They're working their way forward.
It is here.
Munchkin holds the up, gets a quick shot across. Meteor going to be taken down, but
พีก
Eco
แน่แม่งพี
wins
ก
out
แน่
on the Zeta.
อื้อหือแฟด
Full flash. Has to back away. Does so. They get themselves into the site and now have the lockdown to boot.
And a kill.
Swings in. Yep, Saya
30 seconds
take it
left.
down.
Ui,
Now
bot
a
sủi chặt.
3v3. But position. The advantage is there for the side of Gen G.
Initiated.
Lockdown was destroyed. Answering lockdown comes across. Munchkin can't adjust
มีอัน
fast
ตีเหรอ
enough.
มีอันตีแก้ครับ
Fury has to be used to
เฮ้ยตายนะ
clear this one. It's all on ban. Does he swing? Crosshair a little bit too high there. It's the recon.
หายใจลดต้นคอ
Spotting too much. Right on the opposite side of the
Ui!
box. Finds one.
Woo!
Suddenly ban. In with a pinch. Sees him on the opposite side.
โอ้
But the shorty
เลือด
is
น้อย
there,
ครับ
and
เลย
Eco
ควักช็อตตี้มา
will be
ยิง
able
ยัง
to
ไงก็
get
โด
a
น
last round on the board here for Gen G as we get ready to swap sides. 8-4 T1. The game very much in their hands. Gen G need this pistol.
That's what it is.
They want heavy presence around mid. Off the rip though, Eco noted. They know exactly where he's at, but still managing to find one. God, they're trying to play surprise in the corner. Does put some damage down. Sets up for that single kill to be coming through.
แฟดสวยจัด
Eco now continues
เอาเฮ้ยมาแล้วเจนจีตลบหลัง
One more.
And there it is.
Oh,
And that's what we were
Meteo.
hoping for. That's what we want to see. Meteor gets himself 3 to kick off the half. Gen G win the pistol.
A smart hold, a smart choke from Gen G just to push off T1, keep them inside this B main. At the same time, Meteor being so smart as to dash up forward, keep them from behind. Pissed around win means they get the buyback up, and that's going to be one Bulldog for the side of Gen G.
นายกคือ
Okay,
ใคร
two Bulldogs. All right.
นายกถ้าภาษาแบบ
Looking to recover from
บ้านๆเลยนะ
Giant player
เขาคือ
Marshall.
เป็นผู้พัฒนาเกมเนี่ยเบื้องหลังของเกมนั้นๆนะ
Knife
ซึ่ง
across.
ไฟเอ็มเขาเรียกว่านายก
God dead.
อืม
Not looking to play too far forward, but is going to be noted exactly where his
GM.
position is.
อะไรแบบนี้แอดมิน
Clears out the turret.
You love to see when Gen G goes on the aggressive. Now Eco making a trade happen. Meteor getting one through the smoke too.
อ้าว
And Munchkin found one on the opposite side of
หาย
the
ส
map.
องยึดแม่คุยกับสโมกหายสอง
That will slow up T1 for now. Looks like it's still, given the proximity, going to end up being this.
เช็คหน่อยเช็คหน่อยเช็คหน่อยเช็คหน่อยเช็คหน่อยเช็คหน่อย
Really noted in this forward position. Fragment to buy some time. Check behind.
Also allowing for Meteor to sneak inside this dark cover if anyone reaggresses into it. 50 seconds left on the clock, and T1 rotates all the way over. We got Eco on the other side. Jump.
He's
Eco
waiting.
For this. He's got a full kit of utility as well. All right, he hears them.
He's saw enough. Drone now coming through is Carpe, the Marshall in hand, to zone them back.
Oh, that's good.
30 seconds left.
TS tried to catch them from short, but he was blocked off by, that's Carpe.
Revealing area.
Darden looking for the pings. They get themselves into the smoke. Eco good for
Nice.
one. Gets the transfer over. Finds the other. Unless Carpe can do something here in the next few seconds.
10 seconds left.
Just looking, yeah. Just King as the casualty. Gen G will be
โอ้
able
โห
to fight back.
เชี่ยพร้อมใจกันตอบ
losing
จัด
too much either.
เฮ้ยเฮ้ย
Two
เฮ้ย
rounds
เฮ้ย
separating.
เฮ้ยเฮ้ย
If they can
ถามหนึ่งได้
convert
ได้ไป
this,
10
take the weapons out of
Time
T1's
to
hands, win the round. Suddenly, they're right back into the conversation for taking us into a map 3.
And then we'll have a real game.
10초 남았습니다.
See more of
แต่
this
ก็
from
ดีครับ
Gen
ขอบคุณ
G.
มาก
I
ครับ
love
ช่วย
it
ๆกัน
when
ต
they
อบไป
push out. I love it when they're able to get those trades off of each other. Like you mentioned before, Killers, that was Munchkin trying to aggress or lurk up by the B site. and it was a good hit.
ดูที่นั้นพูดเลยอันนี้เทปครับรีรัน
Wow, okay.
Looking like it. Dash forward, God, that taking quite a bit of damage, and Eco.
Oh.
Looked like he was distracted a bit by the drone. King,
What?
finds Munchkin through the wall, and side player's
ดู
got
ก็
to
นึกว่า
dash
เจ้าของ
away.
เซิร์ฟ
And Zeta seems like he has absolutely no
ก็เจ้าข
idea
อง
that
เซิร์ฟ
Meteor
มา
is
จ้าง
in
เขา
this
มาอีกที
position. And this could be a monster.
ตาย
Fragment shows him back into the corner. He goes pushing.
เอาโดนอีโค
Good for
ไม่ใช่ดิ
one.
เอาโบนัส
Looks
ละ
for the next. Zeta will manage to stay
โบนัส
alive.
ลาวครับ
He's
โบ
down
นัส
to
ลาว
sniper, and he's completely locked in place.
โอ้ยมันยังยื้อดูมันยังยื้อ
Got that low himself.
ยื้อ
but
อ่ะ
they
มึ
get
ง
the
ยื้ออ่ะมึง
timing
ยื้
there
อเหรอ
on that.
Spike
เอาแล้วได้เสียนะอย่างนี้ได้เสียนะ
Now Carpe and Saya to try to
อ
hold
ย่าง
the
นี้ได้เสีย
line.
ครับอุ้ยแล้วปล่อยเสียงมาอย่างนี้ไม่พลาดครับเป้
The gun barrel spotted. They swing into
โอ้
him.
ได้หนึ่งเองเหรอ
Can't stand up to him.
แล้ว
Low
สายา
Saya
เจ็บ
player too, 25 HP.
จะเหลือเฮียอะไรล่ะ
Up by Heaven. Has to
He's
get
got to
the
respect
first
that
pick.
turret.
เออ
Tries to play off the timing of it. Can't get it done. Huge win for Gen G. 7 rounds now going on the board.
That's
They have a plethora of cash to work with.
that conversion they were looking for. Meanwhile, T1's broke. I mean, it's such a smart, little play from Saya player, but truly a confident, decisive Gen G now pushing on B main. Everyone held up around mid, especially I think Meteor hiding around Fountain, and then going in to close out in Zeta. Zeta's sacrifice might have given, Carpe and
ไอโอ๊กเนียนเหรอเฮียโอ๊ก
Saya a little bit of time to get the spike down, but down to the duels, just not having that extra player, they're gonna die. It's gonna be 8-7 and Gen G getting a bit of information, a little bit of trades towards A.
Charging forward, Saya looking like he still wants to play for the entry. They smoke off tree. Go ahead, they swarm their way through. Sight will be theirs. Gen G gonna look to retake, but Munchkin does find one. Can't get the follow-up. King good to deny the weapon out of his hands. Brings it back to a 4v4.
And a one-way smoke as well, leaving Heaven as the only option. Saya's watching it closely with Stinger.
Zeta as well with the Guardian. Start pushing their way out. Meteor finds Saya. The drop down here into the side. Ban Carpe with the Stingers managing to find some kills. Now suddenly it's all on King. He's swinging around. He spots one. But Ban with a classic will finish the job. And the Thrifty comes in to shut it down. T1 reestablish a 2-round stretch lead.
I need the replay because I'm just not sure what happened. Everything was going right for Gen G. They even got the bonus round, but all of a sudden, the Thrifty of all things. Oh boy, do these turntables turn.
They just keep occurring, it would seem, off the back of Munchkin with that Sheriff. He's just too damn good with it. It's broken. I mean, 7 HP, the difference maker between that round win and loss. Ban narrowly able to come out on top. Meteor gonna be going for the knives. And though, catches TS dropping down into mid.
Starting to find those picks. Meteor on the blades.
Tagged, finds
Still
one.
good.
He's going to be getting pinged. Updraft to try to avoid all of the shots, and that he will. Zeta unable to punish. Only a little bit of damage down, and I don't think they want to try to re-peek him.
here.
Supported by Goddead as well now. There's going to be a lot of footsteps towards the A side. Do cut noise closely. Meteor pushing into them.
He's drifting up. Ban's there. Gets a headshot, gets the reset, now has another dash.
Oh!
Gets Zeta. Goes for the push, and Munchkin will say no. Finds the kill, a pop flash going through. The knife not going to find anything. Spike recovered, 43 seconds remaining. T1, where do they want to take this?
The round's not over.
Like for now, they're gonna go back over towards B, and given the stacks, this would be the correct decision for them if they can get through Goddead.
whoa.
30 seconds left.
Door is shut.
Counter rotates coming in.
Rotating.
วันนี้กินมาม่าเกาหลีดีกว่าวะหิว
All comes down to the first pick, and Goddead's looking to cut them off right underneath their knees with that
Buys so
fragment.
much time. Cloudburst now down. They start to push the recon up over the top. He's looking for the reveal. Munchkin somehow wins out of the pipe, but they still need to get through Goddead. 9 seconds left. They know where he is. The plant coming in. Munchkin looking to cover. Finds one. Goddead gets the kill. Saya gets the plant.
Spike
Knife for the
โอ้โห
ready. Saya wins
ไอ้
out
เชี่ย
the
ชม
fight.
มันคิดเลย
10 to 7 T1.
ไม่แล้วมันเบสทำไมวะ
Narrowly scraped by a round win.
อันนี้
And even with
คือ
that
ข้อ
win,
ผิด
they're
พลาด
gonna
นะเว้ย
call timeout.
อันนี้คือข้อผิดพลาดอันใหญ่หลวง
Do
เลย
it
นะ
right just to recover. Watch
ทำไม
the
ไม่เล่น
replays
วะ
again. Having such faith in your
ขอดูดิ
team. That is teamwork one. Saya
God
sticking
dead
the
อะ
flat, Munchkin covering his back.
God dead
Not even afraid of God
ปึ๊บ
dead if he does peek out of Boathouse. Despite the heroic performance from
ออกไปยิงไอ้
Meteor.
เชี่ยนี่ชนะแล้วนะเว้ย
Just even buying time for his teammates to reposition.
เอ้ยแต่ก็เล่นแล้วล่ะ
The
เล่นแล้ว
fragment
ล่ะ
that was
ต้อง
so
ชม
well
มันคิด
timed
มัน
from
คิด
God
แม่งฉลาด
Dead. T1
มันคิดแม่งฉลาด
defies it all.
มันคิดแม่งฉลาดจัดอะ
Absolutely unreal.
มันคิดแม่งแบบ
The last 2 rounds being able to scrape
ตำแหน่ง
by like
เดียวที่
that.
จะยิงเพื่อนมันได้
And again, it's gotta
ตอน
be
วาง
a heartbreaker for
ก็คือ
Gen
ส
G,
แตร์
especially
ตรงนั้น
for
นะครับ
Meteor. Gives
แม่ง
him
ล็อกเลย
such a significant advantage. Finding those kills with the
ส่วน
brainstorm.
มันคิดว่าไอ้นั่นไม่กล้าพีกออกมาหรอก
Yes, does dash forward into
มันต้องให้เพื่อนมันเล่น
Gelato,
แน่
finds 2 players.
ๆนี่แม่งฉ
Can't
ลาด
win out from there. But you still walk away from
แม่งฉ
that
ลาด
play
จริง
and
ค
you
รับ
say, okay, I've done enough. I got my 3. The rest of my team can close it from here. And then it happens again. As I believe it was banned last man standing once more, if I'm not correct, not incorrect. And
ทำไมไม่เล่นเองครับ อ๋อ
Fumbles.
or was it Saya? No, never mind.
เขาอาจจะถาม
It was banned
ดี
to
ๆเขาอาจจะ
camera
ถาม
that we had on the
ดี
replay. That's why I'm getting baited.
ๆเขาอาจจะถามดีๆก็ได้
It's his 4 ultimates that we're looking at from T1. Gen G not backing down. It's a bit of a save, but look at all that utility.
Big reveal. Eco eating a bit of the nano, goes pushing forward, but the shotgun blasts are heard, noted, and avoided. I mean, he's pushing a smoke with 3 people in it and still barely gets any damage. Great headshot from King. Needs to be able to find a second and hold on, pump the brakes.
เชอรี่
Huskins
26 ตัว
dead. And that will be Gen G with a swift reply. What is happening now?
All at the hands of King. It's King's domain is what's happening. That Sheriff, those shots that he landed. Take a look at this. Took a little bit of recovery from Ban, not being able to connect on that recoil control. Gen G closing in on this gap, and now they get to buy back up. We swap sides in terms of economy.
Here.
Well, it seems like we would be
ไอ้เหี้ย
far
ทำทรง
from
พินเย็ดแม่
that.
อยู่ได้แค่ในไทย ควาย
Knives used
ข
by
ยะ
Saya. Thrown to lead the way in towards mid.
อันนี้คำถามดีๆนะ ลองไปถาม
Won't be spotted. The alarm bot goes out.
พ่อหรือแม่ก็ได้นะครับนะฮะเวลาเรานั่งดูบอลเนี่ย
Top of it.
แล้วเราจะต้องวิจารณ์อะไรสักอย่างเนี่ย
On the switch, the door gonna be shut. 2
เรา
players
จำเป็น
now.
ต้องเล่นเป็นไหมหรือเล่นเก่งไหม
On the site, up over the top goes
ลอง
Saya,
ถามดู ลอง
finds
ถาม
one.
ดู
Meteor in the
เขา
meantime
จะตอบ
takes
ว่า
out
อะไร
Van. Dashes out. He gets himself over towards Switch. We still have to displace Eco. And Eco finds 2! The bang through onto Carpe and Zeta. Saya now dead. Meteor gets Munchkin. And oh yeah, we are far from over. Gen G answer back, shut down the push, only losing 1 now. One more round. We'll tie it up at 10 to 10.
ทำทรงพิน
I thought for a second
แชทมัน
that
พิน
Eco
ได้
was
ไหมล่ะไอ้เหี้ย
having
เหี้ย
shaky
ที
rounds,
โง่
but in this one he just
Why?
turns it all around.
ไอ้เหี้ย
Getting the quick spray with a Vandal.
มึงหลายกระทงนะ มึงหลายกระทงนะ
And then Meteor for the final
มึงหลายกระทงนะ
10 to 9.
ตั้งแต่เอาเบี้ยแล้วนะ
One round away, King on the
กูจะไม่เล่น
lockdown.
เหี้ยอะไรกับมึงอีก
Munchkin's been holding on to his
นับ
too.
ตั้งแต่ตอนนี้เป็นต้นไปจะไม่มีอะไรกับมึงอีก แบบไม่เล่นแหละมึงละ ไปไกลๆส้นตีน
The
ง่าย
strategy has to be called. Oh,
Think out.
Meteor though.
Drop down into mid. Meteor might have been able to note that though.
ๆ เวน้อยใจไม่ครับเขาเรียกว่าลก
Saya trying to cut around
ล
the
กหูลก
side.
ตาเหี้ย
Get a spot on him. Dash at the ready. He wants to put some pressure down on the tree. Has to clear the left side. Nothing spotted. Alarm bot is going to be there. Turn as well. Noting him. He swings right into Goddead's crosshair. Van in the meantime pushes out a main. Finds 2. TS and Goddead now gone. Lockdown has to be used. Center sight. Just to flush them back away. Flash in. Carpe maybe trying to sell that they are still going to be attacking.
ไม่ได้น้อยใจ กูถามว่ามึงเล่นจริงหรือเปล่า เล่นจริงพี่ผมเอาจริงเนี่ยเดี๋ยวผมฟาร์ม
Knows otherwise. Push has to come in. They put some spray down. In the meantime, Meteor
Should run.
has gotten himself in towards B lobby over at Tiles, and he catches Carpe rotating in.
Genji slowly starting to recover. Lockdown only buys so much time. 2 seconds remaining, and then maybe about 30 seconds left on the spike. They can still.
ไอ้เหี้ยเล่นวันแรกชั่วโมงนึง
Not
เลิก
much remain.
ผมเอาจริงพี่ตายหนึ่ง
Wow.
And now the recon goes out, slowing them up even further. Has to be cleared. Paranoia on the one side. They spot him.
ใจเย็นใจเย็นใจเย็น
Trying to fight back. Put some
เฮ้ย
damage
ยิงลีคอน
down.
คนดี
Don't find Ban. Pushes out again. Finds another. Suddenly, it's all on Munchkin.
เฮ้ยปืนโกง
Up and Eco
ไอ้เหี้ย
will
3-1
take
แพ้
him
ได้ไง
down.
วะ
Gets himself over. Looking
ไอ้
for the
3-2
defuse.
I think he's got enough time.
Just enough. Yep. 0.65 seconds to spare as we will get tied up 10-10.
พอทีมด้วยการตะโกนโหวกเวกยังนั่งพินเมนต์อยู่ อุ้ยเอาดิเนี่ยโดนชกดิ
Man, having a whale of a time.
คอทีมด้วยการตะโกนโหวกเวกเนี่ยใช้คำว่าโหวกเวก
Despite getting the spike plants, holding it post,
โหวกเวกไอ้
they
เหี้ย
weren't able to steady their weapons
เอ้ยขอบใจมากโอ
as
กี้
the push went in.
เนี่ย
A lot of the pushing from stairs, Genji were able to win those. And now it's the T1 with a slightly mismanaged
Whoa,
economy.
wait.
No, Guardian Stingers all across the board.
อ้าวแล้วไปแบนมันทำไมอะ
Our base set behind the box in case there's some over aggression here from the side of Genji.
Well, Genji really close to 3 of their ultimates. Just playing it safe.
ไอ้ยินนี่ตั้งแต่ด่าพี่ยุทธแล้วเหรอเอาเหรอ
Trying to
ปกป้องพี่ชายเหรอเถียงไม่ได้ไง
Avoids the
เฮ้ย
drone.
เอาดิ
Not
เอา
dead.
ดิเอาดิเอาดิ
fast.
Like not getting darted does interrupt the drone. Just go ahead. They back away from the smoke for now. They look to reassess. Munchkin in the meantime on a bit of a mission. Pushes up.
Oh,
Clears out. Turret. King tries to swing off the back of that.
ซ้อมหนัก
that's what he's often done.
บอกเลยว่า
Team rotates over, but
การที่
this time,
Ascension มาแข่งที่ไทยอ่ะ
Shut the door. He's trying to win the fight.
มีผลต่อ
Cannot
ทีม
do
ไทย
so.
เหี้ย
Only puts King
Wait.
down to 79. It's God dead. We'll find 3 on A, and Genji will find a lead.
for the first time in a
เพราะไม่รู้ว่า
while,
แม่งจะมาจัด
especially
ที่
on
ไทย
their
อีก
own map pick.
เมื่อไหร่ก็ไม่รู้นะ
Genji
แล้วถ้าใครได้เป็นตัวแทนทีมไทยไปปุ๊บยังไงทุกคน
and
ก็ต้อ
landing
งมา
all of
เชียร์
those
รู้สึ
shots.
กว่าแม่ง
T1, they were
แม่งสำคัญ
trying
ต่อ
to
นัก
find
แข่ง
that opening. They were trying to sneak through.
มันรู้สึก
Munchkin
ดี
with
มากๆ
that
เลยนะถ้า
Guardian
เราได้เป็นตัว
just
แทน
hair away, and off of it, tiny mistakes.
ถ้า
Genji
ตอนนั้นตอนที่
answered
กูแข่ง
back
อยู่
and
ถ้า
forth.
มีออฟไลน์ก็คงเป็นกูสินะ
Timeout now
เย้
being called.
เสีย
Both
ดาย
timeouts
แม่งช้า
now used by T1. Genji still keep one in their back pocket. But right now, they have a 4-round win streak as they take the lead back for
ไม่นั้น
themselves.
เสร็จกูแล้ว
And Autumn certainly has his work cut out for him now. Can he stem the bleeding and get them back into this, or is Genji going to be taking us to that 3rd and final map of Lotus?
ปกติเขาจองตั๋วทางไหน
And
หมาย
Genji
เหมือน
fans
หมายถึง
everywhere
ตั๋ว
happy
เข้าไปดู
about
แข่ง
it.
มาเหรอโอ้โห
Little God Dead cosplay.
น่าจะยังนะยังไม่รู้เหมือนกันนะไม่มีข้อมูลน่าจะเป็น
I mean, that's
รอ
what we
ดู
want to
ผู้
see
จัด
from them. They're
ใครเป็น
starting
ผู้
to
จัด
pick
ก็
it
ไม่
up.
รู้
They're starting to land their shots. Meteor as well with so much of it coming through. Eco and King finding their own as well. Meanwhile, for T1, I mean, they've been employing the same
ไม่
strategy for
ไม่
a
น่า
couple
ใช่น้อง
past
ไม้ไม่น่า
rounds.
ใช่
Munchkin always on that
ไม่น่า
lurk.
ใช่
Maybe goes off on an adventure of his own.
เฮ้ยไม่แน่ว่ะ
But if he doesn't find a pick, then
ไม่รู้ว่ะ
that's not as effective as they like it to be. Half buys all across. This is our last stand for T1.
Genji put together the
เอางี้ดีกว่าถ้าสมมติตัวแทนไทยได้ไปใช่ไหมมันมีอยู่แล้วแน่ๆ1ทีมถ้าตกรอบไปอ่ะ
TPing up on top of the
มึง
wall.
คิดว่าคนไทยจะไปดูไหมวะ
The approach from
ถ้าทีม
side
ไทย
could
ต
be
กรอบอะ
everything. Noted, however, Munchkin looks for the counter swing and they just can't equalize it. TS gets away
กูไม่ไป
scot-free.
ดูแล้วหนึ่งนะ
Shots there. The spray not even connecting. Paranoia
แม่ง
could
หาย
be
ไปหนึ่ง
used. Cloud
แม่ง
Burst
หาย
only
ไปแบบ
gonna last so long.
ไม่รู้จะไปตะโกนเชียร์
In
ใค
the
รอะ
meantime, spotted. God Dead gets one. Fragment comes down to try to slow them up. Zeta swings in, catches the enemy jet. The flash across. God Dead looking to hold the line. TS, however, behind him, backs him up.
เรียบ
Zeta
ร้อย
gets another, but Eco gets Zeta.
แบบ3
And with 3 members left standing, Genji will take it to 12. Map point in their hands, 5 consecutive rounds now, and
ไปบ้าน
T1
พี่บูมผมจองตั๋ว
on
แล้ว
him.
อยาก
He
ไปนั่ง
can
ดู
do
คู่
nothing
ชิง
but sit back and watch.
เอ้า
Finally finding their
นี่มึง
form.
ตัดสิทธิ์ตัวเองแล้วเหรอ
And T1 going off of the same
นี่มึงคิดว่าจะไม่ใช่ตัวมึงเหรอ
same ideas.
อันนี้มึงไม่สู้แล้วเหรอ
Not quite able to find that trade. Munchkin and Saya,
นี่
especially
มึ
up
ง
around
ถอด
mid,
ใจแล้วเหรอ
completely shut down by players like
เหี้ย
Godhead, as well as TS. Now with a Meteor operator, he sees him.
User joined
แล้ว
your
มันจัดให้
channel.
เพื่อนกู
Warning
3 แมป
shot
อะ
sent out.
Saya's
But
got
then-
no shields.
เน้น
Blades now popped. As you say, Saya. Full glass cannon, but wins the fight on a one. Wins both. Saya.
ๆอ้าว โอ
Picks
ที
him down.
จ้า
Meantime, comes up with 2 of his own.
ยังนะ
Something
ยังนะ
is the only one
นี่ไง
left, and
เวลา
Carpe gets him in the
ยั
head
งนะ
range.
เจนจีครับ
It's
ผ
a
มเจนจีมา
flawless
3 แน่
round.
ต้องกลัว
As T1
นะ
keep
ยังนะ
themselves alive. One more to take us to overtime for
แล้ว
the
แบบ3
third
เจนจีมา
time
โนตัส
today.
แม่งเก่ง
Genji
จัดแบบเนี้ย
Bile calls the timeout.
What on earth just
ไม่
happened?
แพงหรอกราคาเข้างานดูแข่งแลนด์อะพี่คิดว่าชิวๆอุ้ย
He had no shields. What?
อย่าเหี้ย
No one shot him. Didn't matter. As they just flood out one after the other. And just like that,
ไอ้เชี่ยแม่งยิง
Genji
แบบ
forced to use their
คมทุกคน
second
เลยวะ
timeout to try to get the job done. They want to avoid OT at all costs.
Certainly, and just pushed it to that third map. And even if it does
พวกเปล่า
go
ยุทธ
into OT,
แพ้ทารอนไปเอง
T1 still needs to scrounge those rounds
แพ้ปุ๊บ
together
มันรู้ไงมันรู้จุ
against
ดอ่อ
a
น
Genji that's finally
แก้
found
มาแล้ว
their
ครับ
form, but
ถ้าจะแน่นอยู่ตอนนี้
ฉลาดมาก
just
เลย
one round away from closing it out on this map pick. I mean, still peeking into each other.
จ้า
It's clear that both teams have that firepower available to them. It's the strategies that still sometimes go back and forth. Genji trying to react to it, trying to answer in kind, but
ไม่แน่ยึด
T1
แพ้ 13-1
in
ยัง
that
แก้ไม่ได้
instance, having that many players side by side
อ๋อ
together.
อ๋อ
Genji
มีอะไรเพิ่มไหมมีอะไรเพิ่มเติมไหม
targets.
มาอีกเรื่อย
มีอะไรเพิ่มเติมไหมครับผม
But still
Đây thì
did
điều
have
rồi.
plenty of money. The buy not
ขอทีเดียวพอนะ
whatsoever.
อย่าแบบ
I think
อย่ามาเรื่อย
really lost is going to be the knives there from Meteor. Hunter's Fury from Zeta. Eco as well to match. Got that with 2, could get a null command as
ๆโอ้ย
wisely they back
เกือบ
away.
ตายแล้วเกือบตายแล้ว
Clear the turret.
นี่เขารู้ว่าจุดอ่อนตรง A shot ครับเขาเล่นมาแพ็คเลย
Heavy stack though, here in tree.
กูว่าตาย
3
ว่ะ
players on 1, 2 on the other. Pop flash going out. Saya the first to fall. Hunter's Fury now crashing across. Carpe Ban gonna be good for 1, but Eco finds Carpe. Ban trying to play elusive. Swings out. TS is there. Avoids the shots. TP. What is it gonna take him? He goes into the back. Will have to cancel. 2v3.
ขี้
Genji
ยังหอมนะพูดถึง
around the map.
ถ้าพูดถึงขี้นี่หอมเลยนะถ้าพูดถึง
Spike as
13-1
well.
เจอกันแมป3นกกาแจ่มใส
Forced away.
ออกหากินยามฟ้า
The Dark
แจ่
at
ม
his
ใส
feet. Needs to win. Can only get 1.
เป็นไปถึงเพลงนั้นได้ไง
The IGL versus 2.
เอาให้หน่อยเซต้อย
เตต้าเอ้ยฮะมันจบไปแล้วนี่ Who done?
Checking one way, 30 seconds.
Chư
Try
man,
to
chư man.
somehow isolate this.
Oh, they're
Keep us
gonna
in.
สวยสวยสวยสวย
They're looking
อย่างนี้
for
วัน
it.
ไปวันนะ เอ้า
Smoke comes
อย่างนี้
down.
วันไปวันนะ
ให้ความหวังเหรอ
15
One by
seconds
one,
now
nah.
remaining. Zeta, he has to
Genji,
win
hay
the
không
first
bằng
battle, and he
đâu.
cannot. Eco takes them across the line. 13 to 11. Are not done yet. Ascent.
นานอีก
They will extend this all the way to Lotus for a map 3.
เฮ้ยอะไรโชว์อะไรอ่ะมันโชว์อะไรอ่ะ
Getting closer and closer. Yes, watching. Spotted. Ban backing away. Sends the bite just in case they try to really wrap around on him.
สู้
That's what they're gonna begin to do.
เอ้ยไม่ใช่
40
คนละเกม
seconds left.
Gonna rotate all the way out.
At the same time, while Genji does rotate over, T1 slightly weakened defenses. They might have to make a bet about which site Genji's about to hit and just regroup and go in for that fight together. Instead, hunkering down onto C, they're going to take a little bit of time just to transition
ผิด
all
บอม
the
เลย
way
หนุ่ม
over to the A site. And in all that time, Gen G gets to set up their
หิวว่ะ
force plants.
เยอะอยากต้มมาม่าแดก
They have
กัน
their work cut out for them here.
แต่ว่าแล้วว่า
King, sure, at 74, but Zed at 19 health.
แป๊บนึงนะ
Value they can find as the turret is there to play first contact. Munchkin getting worked lower and lower, and oh boy, the HP bar is just not looking good for T1.
One enemy remaining.
Just looks to set up a smoke, but looks like it's not even going to be necessary. 4 members left standing. It's going to be Gen G taking yet another pistol round, now 3-2 in that regard across this series.
It's just T1. I mean, trying to go in for those duels, those fights. The flashes were there. You could see that Gen G's players were definitely blind, but overwhelmed by targets. Carpe not quite able to collect. Instead, it's going to be Gen G. Like I mentioned, having those post-plant positions set up, TS, King, and everyone else playing off of each other on the site itself.
Pop-off's beginning.
Here.
Oh, it's line to start from God Dead. Dash forward, sees 2. Meteor chipped down to 20 HP, but manages to stabilize, finds Munchkin, push out of the smoke. Carpe doesn't even get the fire a shot before King has taken his head off. That's about it as far as the damage is concerned. Just Meteor down low.
right there
Coming, expecting somebody wrapping around from the backside of the site into B. Messiah trying to get this pick, and it would have been a nice crucial one. Would have put a bulldog down on the ground for him to maybe scoop up, but this is the opportunity.
Gen G doesn't have to do all that much. In fact, they're probably not going to.
Yeah. Let's back away, hold on to all these weapons. Was a heavy investment, and being able to walk away from this one with a flawless, definitely going to instill confidence going into that bonus round. As the rest of T1 will just go ahead and sacrifice themselves to the spike.
Especially on a map like Lotus, too. Looking at all the win percentages that we've had in Pacific,
Here.
it backs to mind T1, how they approach this. They have to be very careful against a Gen G that's also incredibly cautious about how they play the map. We're just looking at the pistol round. They're already anticipating peaks. They're already holding up all around mound, everyone side by side. Meanwhile, T1, as soon as they go out for peaks, that there is a very good chance that they get picked off.
Where are we?
That comes up, Meteor trying to get ahead of that. Again, Value spotted off the haunt. Does see 2, and no one can try to counter swing against King, so he just gets to scoop the orb for free. 3 more to go.
ชิบหายแล้วทีวันชิบหายแล้ว
And this is good from Gen G. They're taking early control of the map, grabbing orbs, clearing the turrets. And then they
กูจะ
drift
แกะ
back,
พริกหนุ่มยังไงวะ
keep things a bit obscure as far as where they might be looking to go. So Team 1 can't make any movements across the map yet.
Not at all. Speaking of orbs, King 3 away from his lockdown. T1 looking for those picks. I gets the first.
Then he does drop down right in front of his face, pulls back down towards water, but he is getting completely swarmed. One, peels 2, peels a 3rd.
อูเป้เป้
Can't make it happen, but still put some damage down on him. And it definitely sets T1 up for a round win.
ใช้มือแกะ
Next
ครับ
weapon, but instantly
Man,
blocked
ใช้มือ
off
เดียว
by
ไม่ได้
Zena's
หรือเปล่า
high tide
มันต้องใช้สมองด้วย
position.
Like to try to clear. Munchkin getting a read of it.
ไม่ได้แดกนะพวกมึง
Pings him
บ
out.
อกให้
Creep forward, coming in. Sylvan finds it.
Okay.
And even with a round loss for Gen G, this is still great damage dealt. Zeta will be able to finish him off, but 3 guns lost to get themselves on the board. Not going to be breathing too easily there as T1.
Not so much. T1 playing it safe,
เฮ้ยใครเคาะเฮียอะไรวะ
playing it careful because they have to. It's not a comfortable feeling. And at the same time, being that passive is something that affords Gen G their ult or picks up their bits of map control, as you mentioned before, Achilles. Having that fight early on hurts T1's mentality, and now looking for different approaches to peek out. Oh!
ทำอะไร
Fire with a great jump, but he's getting body blocked! Carpe locks him out!
แกะยากขนาดนั้นเลยเหรอ
เออเขาเขียนไว้เลยเขาบอกว่า
King's still going to be tagged down. Carpe going to look
วิธีการเปิด
to turn this
เคาะ
around. The
ขอบ
Seekers
ฝา
to
โดย
go
รอบเพื่อ
forward.
ให้อากาศเข้าหมุนฝาออก
Backs off. Trailblazer out.
ตะคอยัง
Push
เคาะ
coming
แล้ว
in.
ก็ไม่ออก
Guardian's not gonna be
ไม่
able
ได้
to
แด
line
ก
him
ด้
up.
วย
Santa falling out. Carpe, Munchkin dead. It's all on
Don't call
Ben.
my
The
bad.
1v3. TS and King.
เคาะนาน
Low
บอกเลยเคาะนานมากอะ
Spike not planted. Can he get the clutch?
ถึงจะเคาะเบาๆเป็นเคาะแรง
เฮ้ย
ๆ
เอ้าหลุดแล้ว
Very careful about it. He's got
ฝาขวดไอ้เหี้ยนั่นน่ะหลุด ฝาที่มึงเคาะหลุด ไอ้เหี้ยคนนั้นที่หลุดไม่หลุด
Genji's players are sharp.
Moving forward. TS has to drop
2
down
เดื
off
อน
the
อา
top.
บูม
ขอบคุณครับซินเนอร์
Just delay a bit
Cute
more.
จัด
ไม่อยากกินบ้างอ่ะ
King
เฮียน้ำพริก
gives
หนุ่
way
มอะ
forward.
เชียงรายอ่ะ
He wants to maybe try to get the jump on him, but it's going to be Sylvan with 3.
โอ้ย
Genji as well. Now
น่าจะ
3 to
เกาะ
1.
กดวิ่ง
It's
อะ
going to be one of those frustrating
Wing
moments where you say,
วิ่งบ้าเลย
Carpe, stand a little bit further to the right next time.
Or
Or take a step forward.
2 เดือน
Yeah, sometimes that happens, but you can also see that Carpe wanted to peek out, try to find a couple of kills himself, but still, I mean, Genji being able to react to this, something that we've been looking for a while. Here it is. Now 3 possible ultimates for the side of Genji. Looking to collect some ult orbs.
Zeta trying to raise the tides here, but widely, everybody from Genji already up in front of that wall. Trying to deny access, but they're actually going to drift back through.
ร้อยว่ะ
Saya is in a very forward spot. There's one.
เฮ้ย
And
สายาใจเย็นน้อง
able to get far too quick as Sylvan can't even try to answer one back. Carpe now spotting, approach towards C. Pings coming down, rotations coming through. Ban going to be the last one left. Even the Nightfall going to be committed to this. They really want these round wins, and Carpe's got nowhere to go. Zeta is well taken out. Munchkin does have that Sheriff. Ever dangerous.
เฮียมันขินเย็ดแม่
Puts up a second kill to at least keep the damage rolling. Sylvan's going to look to challenge.
Last player standing.
It will be good for it, but does get caught right in the clavicle.
Spike planted.
Okay, okay. He does make the long trip to recover.
ถ้ามิเกลมาคินได้หัวนะจบเลย
Make it slightly more doable for himself. Now slowing down in case anyone could be up around Mount.
เฮียเจนจีกลับมาแล้วว่ะ
Just gonna be God dead watching the angle
เหมือน
instead.
จะโดนครับ
Giving him the opportunity to isolate. But timing is just there in Goddead's favor. Swings his bands watching towards Waterfall. Genji now going to move up 4 to 1. Question here is, do we see Autumn pump the brakes yet, or does he let it go a little bit longer?
Not quite sure what they're thinking either.
กินไอ้เฮียนี่ไม่ได้ช่วยกูเลย
Because you're playing against Genji that's being very, very methodical about their approach. Maybe only then when you figured out exactly what Genji's patterns are, do you call the timeout. For now,
ระวังคอแห้งเหรอทำไมวะน้อง
T1 to their own devices. They've got an operator in hand.
Surely it would have to be after this. They can't pick up this round. Fault line goes across. Check on the up, and Sylvan! A 10th kill for him, shutting down the operator. Zeta raising the wall to try to stay alive, and the Prowler's on him, and somehow he actually manages to get Meteor to or Munchkin rather, covering fire, finds one, pushes out on the back of the flash.
Okay.
Lockdowns invested on either side.
นัวจัดนัวจัด
Suddenly a 2v2.
นัวกันเละเทะ
Needing to back away and exit.
Bomb grenade out.
เรียกว่านัวกันเละเทะ
This is one hell of a round.
Just completely nullifying the. Oh wait, hold
Okay.
that thought.
Well, no one can get the pinch, so it's just going to be King playing Protect.
It does keep Genji up around C mount for the second. And in that time, T1 could actually move off to a different spot, but instead they're going to stick together.
They move in the P. Turret's
แบ
going
บ
to
ห
be
นึ่ง
able to
สอง
make
ที่ไหน
contact
เลือก
there.
แบบบ้าง
Full alert.
แฟกเจอร์อ้าว
A little bit of information, if anything.
แฟกเจอร์ทีวันเลือกครับแฟกเจอร์ทีวันเลือก
Recalling my
I
bot.
hear it.
It's going to have to be a good retake from T1.
30 seconds
Ball
left.
goes down. Nano Swarm preset to try to stop them from aggressing forward. And King go up top over towards defender spawn. Maybe just get tucked away.
แคปหมูน้ำพริกหนุ่ม
Meantime, pulls back over towards Link door.
Oh.
Waiting. Crosshair lined up. Man would need to be Johnny on the spot, but King just far too preset. Turret gets cleared.
Got dead.
Swing the corner, finds
เฮ้ย
one.
เฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ย
With a chance.
Whoa!
Right through the corner of the floor. Munchkin will keep them afloat, albeit an incredibly costly round, but one the T1 absolutely needed to win. The clutch will come in.
รู้ไหม
2-4, Genji still
เป็
in
น
the
เรา
lead.
เปลี่ยนเกมเลย
Very much
T1 กลับมาช
so.
นะ
Even down to those final moments. Playing
เพราะเรื่องอะไร
together,
เรา
sticking
โมเมนต์ต้อย
together.
ครับ
Genji managed to get the spike down, but onto the 1-on-2 again. Sometimes it's these heroics, players like Munchkin, who today he has been hitting so many of his share shots. Headshots are crisp. He does it on a 1-on-2 situation. The Red Bull clutch.
แม่งชิบหายเลยว่ะมันกิน
Maybe T1 can string together more. But so far, the early round aggression has not really paid off for them. Now we have Blaze-Storm versus Blaze-Storm.
They know exactly where Saya is at, and they managed to flush him out. Zeta, a little bit of covering fire makes it a 1-for-1, but Silva trades up.
Wait,
Munchkin
อะไรวะ
going down.
เยับมาก
Talking about the economy here for the side of T1. They need to hold on.
เดี๋ยวฆ่าทิ้งเลยใครวะ
Genji's as well has taken a decent hit. It is worth mentioning. Van now creeping forward, finds one, looks to adjust, can't quite get God dead, brings it once again into a 2v2. A-side open, the rotation's just now beginning.
Oh, Sylvan.
Yep, creep all the way forward. Zeta, like he's aware that this could have happened. Spot. Okay, he's seen it. No,
Oh.
Sylvan lines up the head and Carpe's just
Yeah,
not in
พื่อนนิวเจน
position.
ว่ะ
He wasn't playing up through the backside of B.
เพื่อนนิวเจนคมจัด
Sips heard, waits out the haunt.
รู้ตำแหน่งแล้วหนึ่ง
But
ตัว
he still has no idea where God Dead is located.
คอร์สไฟดีครับตำแหน่งดี
Blinded.
เพื่อนปาด
Full range of view till God Dead from the back sight. Now going to be spotted. The
Ow.
second going his way.
เอ้า
Flash used. Not much concern here from the side of Carpe. Gets it up to half.
โอ้
God Dead on the push.
ก็เดทดีนะมึง
Gets the headshot
เกือบโดนทำโทษ
through.
แล้ว
Genji 5-2. Continue to stretch the lead, and God Dead will be able to hold the weapon at the end of it all.
It's almost a winnable round. With God Dead charging ever so
นึกว่ามัน
forward.
จะเทรดมันปล่อยของ
Carpe's
เฉยเลย
crosshair was just shy of that forehead. Still, smart plays from Genji, and you can see how aggressive they're being. Sure, it's a little bit slow at the start, but as soon as the hit comes through, as soon as they're able to pinch out Saya, the rest of them, a secondary squad actually advances into the B site. Same thing goes through again, and it's going to be now TS getting information up on A, and then the rotations go through.
They can just pivot.
Saya.
They could just pivot the shot, not connecting. DS sends out the paranoia.
ยังไม่มีหนังยาง
Side player has to back away. Nightfall in the meantime crashes across B side. Dash in. Zeta looking for one, but Meteor strikes him down. Munchkin will be good for one, but that's about it.
Spike
Plant coming in, it's just Ban left to his own devices. Sheriff in hand, wondering how in the hell have I gotten myself into this mess?
I haven't really Ban either. The rest of the squad falling to Genji.
Okay.
Ban does find that first pick.
He's reading this rotation correctly, and King is just shot to die.
เอ้า
It's going to
หม
be
ด
a weapon now that he can pick up. Meteor not too far away.
แล้วมัน
but
เล่นด้วยไง
also
เวลามี
not too healthy.
Unless we can find Meteor first. Time though.
Poison Orb, the drop down. Pushes out. Oh, he does get TS, but
ไอ้เฮียเกือบ
Meteor somehow, some way will be left standing with 17 health. As Genji lock in at least 6 for the half, and T1 are forced to call this first time out.
At 6-2 though. I mean, keeping in mind, I mean, these are signs of life from the side of T1. They are still able to come up with some of these frags. Ben, despite being in a 1-on-3 situation, finds himself a weapon and even takes out one player in his 1-on-2. It's not too bad, but Genji are here. And on a map like Lotus, with the way that they're actually kind of almost counter-stratting T1 in a way, they're able to find these spike plants, they're able to find these bits of map control. Meanwhile, T1 can't quite recover against it. And Sylvan is the one as the kill leader.
I mean, and
ยิ้ม
I think to strong
Yeah.
effect, because we were, again,
Talking about Eco,
posing, the question, Eco, looking so very good in the first 2 maps. Does Sylvan come in and put up a similar performance? So far, the answer is yes.
12 kills and 4 deaths. That is a big, big number in towards round 9.
Saya back to the operator. Find some form of value, but this time it's not going to be situated staring out of C, but not sure if he's going to get too much action over here at A.
Not only just that, you got 2 other players at A. T1, they've got to be a little bit more careful about how they approach the rounds, and at the same time, thinking about how you position your players, right? It's going to be banned on towards C.
7-5
A lot of walls.
Okay,
We're just
pit.
relying on the pit towards C.
Ban just sending it, wants to cut this off. And it's going to send them drifting away the opposite direction.
If we're going to do that, then T1's rotations, you know, you're going to have more faith and more players on the other parts of the map.
I mean that Saya by himself needs to be able to find some value, but looks like they want to just cut noise long enough and then actually try to tackle this pit.
Okay. In that case,
เฮ้ยแม่งฝืนจัด
being on the site.
มึงบุบบอมเนี่ยนะ
The
อ๋อ
rolling
มันมี
thunder.
อันติว่ะ
This could be the thing that allows them to spot the Viper.
Ban's hit.
Knocks him back, but good time buy, but Ban's still going to end up falling. Meteor gets himself in, puts some shots across. Zeta widely ignoring it. Guns down 2. Is he ready for the left side? Yes, he is. And Zeta, what a transition!
เชี่ย
Picks up 4 now.
Phantom!
It's on the case, but I don't think he reads that TS is around from behind. The Munchkin's
แฟนทอมโม
there.
เมนต์เชี่ย
And Saya, they will be able to shut it out. What a play from Zeta. Keeps them alive. T1 will be able to pick up the round off the back of the timeout.
แฟนทอมโคตรแรงระยะนี้
Read on Genji's tendencies, perhaps seeing the ultimates,
อ๋อโดน
knowing
รี
that
ค
the
อน
rolling thunder
ได้โดนได้
could
ไง
be
วะ
used here. Yes, still
โอ้โหเซต้าไอ้เหี้ย
always forward thinking, always trying to predict that future, and he's able to answer it back.
Ban banging him up, saying, bro, you're so good. Well, more of that, if you're a T1 fan, is definitely what you want to see. Genji, though,
Reckoning.
see how they answer back. Munchkin's going to be able
อ๋
to
อ
find
อ๋อ
one
ลอก
guy
กัน
that
เละ
take
ลอกกัน
it
เละ
down.
แล้ว
Someone with a
ลอกกันเละ
frenzy,
แล้ว
however, will get the punish. Reckoning, as you say, has been used.
เข้ามาทำเหี้ยอะไร
Push him into the smoke. Ban finding another. Meteor.
เอาดิเอา
Stinger
เอา
will
เละ
find
เละ
some
เอาเทกัน
value.
เละเอาเทกันเละเทะ
TS cannot exit suddenly.
เอา
Just Meteor all on his lonesome.
เทรดไปเทรดมาทำไมเหลือ
On the backside,
3-1
21 HP, a Phantom in hand. And
เริ่มไม่ค่อย
not
เทร
much
ด
of a hope in the world of being able to close out this round.
Not so much. The rest T1 just trying to find him as well. Meteor re-peeks in towards the A side.
เหี้ยปืนโกงมาอีกแก
Upper.
And Bo.
เออนั่นแห
There
ละ
you go. A team ace.
ปืนโคตรเหี้ยเล
Everyone
ย
sharing in it. It's
วิ่งยิง
T1
แม่งเลย
continue to try to run things back. They get through the
ถ้าอยากดูเทรดดีๆต้องดู
thrifty
ฟูล
there.
เฟน
The
แข่ง
thrifty attempt, I should say, from Gen
เทรด
G.
โคตรดี
See how they fare now. Whether or not they can get a third in a row.
It's all happening at the hands of these same players, right? I mean, you got Ban, Carpe, Zeta, even Munchkin as well is incredibly sharp. Just trying to read the situation truly. Gen G, B-side hits haven't quite been the most successful unless it's a rotation. So now back into the A site, they're looking for some picks. Meteor already banged up and hurt.
No kidding. Carpe
โอ้
is
เหี้ย
holding.
มุม
Very narrow angle, finds one.
Give
Munchkin in
him
the
your
meantime,
bar.
looking to drift his way out of stairs. Get the surprise shot, and he does, but only he's able to come away with one because Zeta takes down
แม่ง
two.
กลับมาเฉยทีวัน
Gen G maybe starting to get
เฮ้ย
a
คม
bit
ไปเพื่อน
jealous. King will find the punish.
คิงไม่เอาน่ะ
Munchkin. He's not backing off. He's not straying away to try to go for a save.
Oh, no.
Puts a shot into Saya and forces the operator back.
Well, man, good shot.
Heals will get used. In the meantime, Ban's just creeping around from behind. Alarm bot in position. Can alert. Swings the corner though. Zeta will find a third, just trying to get that next reckoning available, it would seem.
And that's down to the last round of the first half now. 5-6. T1 able to recover back. Off of heroic performances again from players like Zeta, just having the sense to hold some of these angles. Genji can't really make it through. And at the same time though, Saya not quite hitting a lot of his operator shots, or not even having the opportunity to be put in the right situation where that would be effective. So timeout now being called by Bile, looking to secure a stronger lead as they go into the second half. Gen G, some of these early rounds, they tend to hold. A couple rounds where T1 starts to push out, it actually works great, but otherwise now T1 being a little bit more active in certain situations and having the right safety maneuvers just to make sure that they are able to get themselves out of dodge sometimes. That's a little bit better. Meanwhile, Gen G can continue to find little bits of map control. That could actually turn things around. Blind executes on the sites, however, not working so great.
Certainly not. It's taking a while with T1.
Yippee.
A decent sense of how these attacks are going to go. One last attempt at it, Gen G. They throw a bit of a curveball here. Get themselves at 7-5 half. Double lockdowns available.
And from the shadows from TS. I mean, this is Saya positioned up towards mid. B, excuse me. You have to be very careful about it. Fault line. And Gen G could send so much more utility just to overwhelm him. He can't quite.
Still looking to play for, but God dead. Just scoped in, headshots him, and Saya.
They're expecting it.
Not having a
ยิ้ม
good
เล็ก
time of
ยิ้ม
it.
น้อย
Counter lockdown will come through to try to prevent them from pushing into the site.
เอาโดดทำเหี้ยอะไรก่อน
TS on the lurk around the side. Finds Zeta. Lockdown destroyed. No catch found. Ban on a flank.
Spike planted.
Trying to get in front of him. It's Carpe. Noted has to exit. Is able to do so. Ban gets the jump. But a 3v4. T1 still with the man disadvantage.
รู้ตำแหน่งตัวหนึ่งฮะ
Carpe,
อยู่ default
no smokes for a couple more seconds.
Mankin.
Swinging around the side. Spots one, but
Oh.
cannot win the fight. King takes him down with a specter of all things.
ยากละยากละโอ้ย
Carpe though.
Does
Oi!
find one. Oh, gets Sylvan as he tries
Oi!
to go for the turret, it would seem. Now looks to hold on to the spike. Ban
โอ้ย
Oh no.
holding the angle. Suddenly it's all on King. He,
Oi!
he was vulnerable.
โอ้คา
And
เป้ปล่อยมือ
Carpe
มา
will
ยิ
be
ง
able to get ult
กระ
to
สุนหมด
defuse, then hold it to bring it to 6-6 back from the brink. T1 somehow
อ๋อ
persevere to tie
โอ
it.
เคโอเคป๊อป
4
ปี้
rounds in a row, won by T1.
ทำไมหัวเกียนไม่ได้
Still though, T1 on the
มันแน่นอนปะวะทำไมหัวเกียนไม่ได้เฮียก็คนอื่นเขาผมยาวกันกูก็ต้องไม่หัวเกียนดิวะเฮียมันก็โดนล้อดิ
waiting for T1 to make
ไอ้เหี้ยโดนตบกระบาลอย่างเงี้ยโดนบูลลี่
Rushing forward,
อาบู
looking
ม
to
บู
clear
ม
out
บ้า
some
น
of
หนู
this
ไฟดับขอ
Killjoy
กำลังใจหน่อย
utility.
ครับ
Side player goes dashing in. The dog
เอา
gets
แล้ว
swings the corner with the frenzy, finds one.
ค่าไฟแพง
Answers in kind. Instead of 1-for-1, but it's so very low. The band jumps the
ทรมานอยู่
score,
เอ้าเอ้าเอ้า
finds him, and TS will also
แล้วอยู่
crumble.
ยังไงกลางค่ำคืนไม่มีไฟ
Approach now. Coming in from
gonna
the
get on.
backside. God dead. Getting there. Looks like it's going to be a swing around for Sylvan to get
เดี๋ยว
himself
ก็
in
มา
a
ครับน้องสาว
waterfall.
น้อยเวทมนต์ใช้เวทมนต์ดิ
No
P1 รอด
plant yet. Taking their time with this.
waiting for a wall to come back up.
Looks like for now they might be reading that the fault line could come back through here in a
Ooh.
moment. Carpe swings out. Fault line, however, not going to get the catch on the one.
Oh.
God, then
แล้วเดินออกมา
continues to
แบบ
press
สุ่ม
forward
4
with
สุ่
a
ม
flash in hand. Sylvan reveals one. Prowler goes in as he tries to rush
8
forward.
เชียทีวันมาแล้ว
Pan will be the one to say no. Takes them away, ties it up 3-3 in pistols.
ไม่มีไฟตอนนี้โคตรร้อนทุกตอนน่ะเฮียร้อนหมดเลย
More
แต่เอ้ย
cautious
แต่กลาง
about
คืน
their
สบายหน่อย
hits.
กลางวันนี่ตายห่า
Commit
ครับ
that spike too early. So that could
กลางวัน
expose
นี่
themselves
ตาย
to even more gunfire from Gen G. They secure the pistol. That brings us to a slightly more even pistol wins on both sides, I think. But still, it's just that double controller play style of T1 on the attacking side now. We get to see that in full fruition. At the same time, Toxic Screen, a bit of default, and that could confuse Gen G.
Gets
Saya
him.
player.
I mean, he's just getting in ahead of the fault line. Meteor does manage to stabilize, finds Zeta before falling, but the three members gone in the blink of an eye. Zeta traded out. Two-man approach coming in from behind, and I believe Munchkin's going to be out of range. So turret alarm bot will go off once he swings around rubble. But aside from that, TS for now in a surprising position. Now they note it.
So opening the door, they're looking
This
for
is
a
bold.
fight.
This is how rounds get lost.
เฉาเลยเฮียเพย์ออฟไม่
They're
มี
hitting
ทาง
it
หรอก
again.
Taking a little peek.
เออ
Meantime, all of your attention is being
Valorant.
paid towards TS here. King getting closer and closer, but Saya watching the angle. At least was.
เพย์ออฟที่ไม่มีทารอน
Alright, we're looking to exit up from
Oh.
heaven.
King, can he get anything
Right
done
click
here?
could.
Damage dealt would be huge, but yep, sees the Bulldog, doesn't want to take that fight.
Okay.
It backs away, will just let the spike claim them. But it is going to be T1 now, separating themselves 8-6.
An 8-6, sustaining minimal casualties.
รอพี่ก้าลง
T1
โอ้โห
get to carry their weapons over onto the next round of Bulldog, Spectres, and that Marshal. Gen G, on the other hand, here's the question. I mean, with this little lead that T1 has secured for themselves, will they push out and will they try to make use of their stronger firepower to potentially
Let's fly.
damage T1's advances? Certainly looking for it. It's going to be Meteor jump peeking up by Mound.
They're not even looking to entertain this. They thought about it for a little bit, but Ban has just said, hey, I've gotten through. No sound really of any util over here towards A. And the rest of the team looks to join in, and that is only King by himself.
Could be a big tell as they execute onto the A side, but what I'm worried about now is going to be that B-link door.
Not broken. No attention really being paid to it quite just yet. Saya up and over the Nano. Dog goes in, stuns the turret. Able to clear far enough back as TS gets himself up here onto the high ground. Wants to look to push ahead of the wall. Swings into the back.
เรียบร้อย
And they are just getting torn
เจน
asunder.
จีลาก่อนครับ
For one, but now it's a 2v4.
โดนไหนโดนราวไหนไม่โดนราวนี้
Spike not yet planted. Just now
เฮ้ย
going for Cove there. Gonna look to break it. He does. He interrupts it. Zeta trusting a bit too
แล้วทำไม
much
มึ
in
งวาง
that.
อย่างนั้นนะไปวางตรงที่เขาแบบชิวๆเลย
Like now.
Player standing.
เอ้าเหลือ 2-1
1 HP.
อาจจะไม่โดนว่ะ
Sky.
30
Sylvan
seconds left.
damn near full. 2v1.
เอ้าตาย
Inching forward.
เซต
Cuts back. Now goes for the plant. The haunt at the ready.
Spike planted. I'll find you.
Spends it and then goes for a drop.
One
อุ้ย
Gets a headshot.
อีเหี้ยเพื่อนนิวเจน
Looking to bring it
เฮ้ย
back.
เฮ้ยอะไร
Unsure of his position.
เร็วขนาดนั้นเลยไงมึงเร็วขนาดนั้นเลยไง
Inches his way into the
นี่ไง
swings into backside.
เหี้ย
Carpe,
เจอคาเป้
you absolute madman. You
โอ้
get
คาเป้ลงโทษเลยครับ ซินแวนปล่อยเสียงหลุด
to stretch it now 9-6.
The bonus round
เสียงหลุดนิดเดียวคาเป้
With a
ปาดเลย
Spectre.
with a Spectre.
Actual 1 HP clutch.
โอ้แต่เขาแม่นจริงนะเนี่ยตัวแรกอะ
Unbelievable.
I mean, I hope. Wow.
And look at him,
Carpe.
just instant fist bumps. Just like, yeah.
Yeah, I just did.
Carpe doesn't look at explosions.
Meteor goes for the buy.
ทำคลิปไลน์อัพโอเมนเหรอโอ้
That's
ย
the rest of the team on Sheriffs.
ไลน์อัพโอเมน
Yeah, Hero, he's going to be relying on the blades in the next round.
Fair enough.
As here comes the swarm. TS swinging around the back, put some damage down. Will be able to finish off Ban. Gets Zeta as well.
Spike down.
That's already
มั
quite
น
a
เดิ
bit
น
of
มายิงได้
value
ง่าย
found.
ง่ายอย่างนี้เลยเหรอ
And some weapons that could potentially be recovered unless they want to juggle them all the way forward, but don't suspect that that is going to be the case. Prowler from the rear.
What the fucking toad
should have
วะ
been heard. I hear these footsteps, that's for damn certain.
Just collecting on those alt orbs too. T1 now regrouping.
Hey, Meteor, he actually pops
เดี๋ยว
up
จัด
blades
ให้
from
เดี๋ยวจัด
now,
ให้
passes the
อัป
mantle
เด
to
ต
Sylvan.
อัปเดตไลน์อัพ
Fighting
2023
opportunity.
One Way Smoke
I got the spike.
2023 ใช้คำนี้ดีกว่า
T1, you know, they can't be too careless.
จุดยอดนิยมที่เขาใช้กัน
Despite seeing that Gen G has that save, so now Sylvan with the Vandal. Certainly something they're very aware of.
Line coming down, looking for the
Whoa.
rush. Meteor takes out Carpe. Saya dead. Meteor looking
Sia.
for a little bit more. Munchkin, however,
แม่งเดือดชิบ
finds
หาย
one. Cannot get the rest. And it's going to be a thrifty for Gen G to fire back, break this little win streak from T1. Put themselves
Yeah,
back
man,
on the
คมจัง
board.
วะตัดสินใจดีมากอะเมเทโอ
That one certainly hurts.
Just look at that replay again. I mean, that's just what happens when Gen G plays and turns it on. You got the heroic performances, smart pickup with the alt orb. Just to pass the rifle over onto Sylvan. 9-7 is, and they stand a chance at closing in on this gap. Meanwhile, for T1, they have to wonder, where did it all go wrong? You know, was it that approach towards the A site and they were being a little bit too careless with it? Losing 2 players to TS.
Certainly comes back to bite them in the end. Knives here for side player. Wall going up, cuts off the C site. Dash over the top. Nano's still rolling. Carpe gonna use his updrafts just to keep himself above them. Site, however, widely is theirs.
I've got your trail.
No ults at the moment to try to flush them out as Munchkin trying to go on a big flank mission.
All the way around, but now the spike.
มันวิ่งพลาดจังวะทีวันเฮ้ยมึงเซตอัพดีๆหน่อยดิ
Fault line into the back, the reveal
Oh.
gets Zeta. They take him down, that's the first step of many. Ban needs to try to win out. Blades, the right click, Saya claims one, swaps over, picks up a Vandal now. Push it to the
Oi!
middle. Carpe comes in with 2, King and Goddamn.
เอาอีกแล้ว
Down Munchkin, off screen.
ไอ้เป้เอาอีกแล้ว
It's TS, and now it's all on Meteor. But as he
Keep
pushes
it.
into the smoke, they are prepared. A counter Thrifty back to back.
ไม่รู้อะไร
T1 again.
มองเฮียไม่เห็นเลย
Stretch
อันติ
the
ไวเปอร์
lead
เป็นอย่างนี้
by
แหละ
3.
What is this?
มันงงฮะอันติไวเปอร์
Can't believe it.
หูครับเป้
Thrifty for Thrifty.
It feels like 2 teams that are
นึกว่าเอ็มบัปเป้
very familiar with
Jack.
one
yeah,
another.
yeah, and that's exactly what I'm thinking
ตอน
about as
นี้
well.
เป้คื
So
อเดือด
now
จ
we're
ริง
gonna
ครับ
have Bio
เป้เดือด
calling
แบ
the
บไม่ไหว
timeout.
แล้วครับเป้
If you think about it, the way that they're playing, it almost feels as if they're trying to read each other's strats, not singular individual player tendencies, but rather the team as a whole. And sometimes in reading calls like that, tiny little things slip through the cracks. Tiny little things like certain players going for certain plays, certain players being able to take control over sites and then setting up those Viper's Pit. Saya player getting a frag with a simple weapon and then getting and upgrading it into a full rifle. 10-7, getting a lead like that. T1, they might be the first team to reach that match point. Can Gen G make a comeback like what we saw in Ascent?
It needs to happen, but unless I've missed one, which I may have, I believe that currently Gen G are 0 for 4 on timeout call into round win. So maybe this could be the difference maker, and it needs to be, because you cannot allow them. They're already at double digits. You cannot allow them to get to 11 and be 4 rounds behind.
I feel like you're right, though. I mean, those timeout calls, I haven't seen that great impact. I mean, there are some rounds where, you know, he calls it for the subsequent round. Whereas for right now, that very well might be the situation looking at Gen G's economy. It's going to be God dead with that Guardian buy.
เดี๋ยวดูก่อนว่ามันทำอะไรกัน
Confirm they haven't even won the subsequent rounds.
พี่อยากไปต้มมาม่ามา
After the
กิน
timeout
ก่อน
call. Meteor, though, looking to push the
Side to
pace. Haunt goes out, but Wall blocks it off. No one getting spotted. No real damage taken. I don't mind the change in tempo.
น้องจูบู
That's
เข้า
gonna be
กิ
the
ววีมา
reckoning
ยัง
now sent over towards a very
Mediator
empty A site.
มี
Five
ไฮ
man
เอาอะนะ
Gonna get gathered up. King, though, he could
ไฮ
grab
เอา
this
ในอวา
orb.
รอนอะกำลังจะไปทำที่แมปดำต่อ
Plant now going to be coming through in time. I was going to say they can get that. Maybe if they find a pick, try to set up for a lockdown
สาย
retake,
ย่าหลัก
but
จะพังไหม
looks like they're
แน่
going
น
to
อน
opt to
ฮะ
play without it.
Now just holding.
ท่านั่งที่ผิดปกติมัน
Just 2 quick kills.
อ่า
Sai feeling a little bit more warmed up now. A bite out from Ban. Lone player here at
Khom.
Tree. Everybody else just backing off away from the site. Turns away from the flash. Goddead will be able to get one. But Saya
GG
guns down
ฮะ
3 at the end of it all. And this time, no further Thrifties to be
แม่งเก่ง
found.
จริง
T1 will plant their feet.
And that's going to be that streak ended. Timeouts, like you mentioned before, Achilleos, that's
ทีวันแม่งฮิวมังกรซอจัด
question at hand.
Ani.
Gen G, they've got a couple of ultimates with them. They're going to have that full buy now. And if they are to stop T1 from reaching match point, it's going to have to be this round.
ยุทธบอกเจนจีไอ้เหี้ยยุทธมันจะไปแม่นไปกว่าบูมได้ไง ดูอันนี้ดิ
Continuing
Secret
forward with that
T1 น่ะ
momentum.
บู
They
มให้
did
แบ
it
บ
on Ascent.
บลาจวดจัด
What's
อะ
happening here on Lotus?
Meteor
Do
forward.
it.
Saya just dry swings.
แล้วกู
and
แม่น
King
จริงไง
แม่น
too
จริง
slow to
เพื่อ
try
น
to reply. Put the
NG
bit damage
มาจับ
down, but okay, Saya doing Saya things. He actually
มึง
re-aggresses.
ไม่เห็นชื่อสตรีมกูเหรอวะ
Definitely eats the pavement.
จริงมาจริงครับ
น้องผลตอบแทนมึงก็รวยไง
He's going to get floored, but now back towards the A site. Ban hears those jump peaks, and he's looking to catch Sylvan by surprise, or is that going to be a bait?
Oh boy.
Here we go.
One last jump peek.
จีจี
Just trying to investigate. Ban gets
Hey.
himself perfectly positioned for that
Ivan.
punish.
Oh, no. That could be match point.
Now, Yep, up here in the heaven, the plant coming down.
Could
King
be
will break
match
through, baby. The
point.
lockdown is available, but with a 3v4, still some significant
ไม่
risk.
เคยใช้เลย
to commit
ไอ้
it.
เหี้ยฮูดบีเนี่ย
King has
So
to
many
take out
angles to try to
Munchkin.
clear out.
บูทบีก็
Munchkin tucked away.
Like a hand
Door
Uh-oh.
goes out. Zeta swings through out of that one. Munchkin as well. Peeks towards stairs. Finds him. TS completely
เขาเรียกว่า
and
แกม
utterly
มา
noted. And with no
That's a Gamma.
cash
แกมมาสู
on
ตร
the rest of your team, do you just tuck tail and look to
Nua
save?
ไป
Looks like the
Foot
answer is
B
going to be
เหี้ยเลย
yes.
You have to.
Could be match
You want
point.
your best fighting chance possible at coming back into the game, but T1 have recovered. T1 have looked a lot stronger now. That's going to be 3 rounds won in a row off of the initial Thrifty as well.
เหี้ยยุทธเป็นไงแกะกูโคตรดีเว้ย
Despite Saya player
จัด
getting,
จัด
you
มา
know, a little bit overly aggressive, re-peeking at times, sure,
จั
but
ด
เน้นยุดเน้นมั่วทายถูกก็เก็บเป็นผลงาน
singular
Ow.
duel,
Ow.
Banana
มั่ว
versus Silva.
Ow.
He hears those jump peaks
Yeah.
and
อันไหนมัน
knows
ถูก
how
ก็
to
ต้อง
seize
เก็บ
that
ปะวะ
initiative. And
อันไหนมัน
speaking
ผิด
of
ก็ต้องทิ้ง
protocols, you can
ถูก
see
ปะล่ะ
those post-plant protocols
เราจะเก็บ
from T1 as
เอา
soon
มา
as
ไว้
spikes
ในใจ
down.
ทำไม
That's exactly what they did. Munchkin back towards rubble and rock. And very unfortunate
แกมมามี
for
ไว้
Gen G
ส
as
อบ
King, despite trying
ชีวิต
to go
จริง
for
พูด
that
ได้
heroic
ฟังออ
play,
กพอ
gets splashed in the face with a cascade.
มันต้องมีนิดนึงเนาะ
Unable
right there
to steady his aim, steady his
เดี๋ยว
gun.
ฝรั่งงง
12 to 7. This could be it.
ฝรั่งว่า what
Feels
fuck
like despite how things
แต่
have
พอ
been
ทาย
done
ถูก
for
แล้ว
this
ก็ไม่
map
เคยแบบว่า
here in Pacific,
ไม่มี
a
ไม่มี
lot of
ชื่นชม
teams
นะ
being
ไม่มีนะ
defender
มี
sided.
รอ
It
ตามอ
might
ย่างเดี
be
ยว
trending more global direction where attack
Yeah.
reigns supreme, at least for T1 here in that regard.
ไปยิงอะไร
So far,
อู้
not dead.
อู้
Okay, I'm gonna need a replay on that
Ow,
one.
sop tụ,
Meteor as well.
sop
The
cả tụ.
Guardians coming up huge.
ยังไม่จบอ่ะ
I'm speechless.
It's looking like Mon Yet, but with a Guardian instead of an Odin.
But it's not even really a full, true wallbang.
แมป13-1นี่ได้ทายไหมก่อนไหม
Tiny
ยุทธ
little sliver.
โอ้ยมาแล้ว
Still just
มาแล้วครับ
value found. It's one way to keep yourself in this.
King.
Munchkin
มาแล้ว
fast on the reaction, but Zeta now at risk.
ไม่ได้ทายครับผม
A Spectre.
ไม่ต้องทายครับ ปฏิบัติอย่างเดียว
ปฏิบัติครับ
We might underestimate the Spectre, but I'm still remembering what Carpe was able to do with it.
Yes.
One
Pฏิ
goes
บัติเหรอ
down, Aftershock as well, going to be infested.
Back through the door.
Zeta, yeah, he's going to go through the door, cut himself over towards C. In the meantime, Munchkin in a perfect position
No
for a
way.
backstab.
Ready?
King gone, Meteor dead,
Oh.
and suddenly it's a 2v2. God that does hold on to
Song
rolling,
C.
but the lockdown is available for Munchkin, and he's going to use it immediately.
Spike
As they
planted.
try to
มึ
get
ง
the
งง
plan
ไหมล่ะ
down,
สอง
and they
สี่
do.
Oh,
Rolling
Rolling
Thunder
Thunder.
across. It pushes Zeta, but he manages to make it across the wall. The Nano
No
Swarm,
way.
they have
No
Ow.
way.
And Munchkin guns down all of them.
เอาแล้วเดิน
A
เข้าไป
4K
ตาย
to close the
มันเดินไป
round,
ยิงอัน
to
ติ
close the map. It's 13 to 7, and T1 will advance forward and take on paper.
ทำอะไรดีอะทีนี้